this year, Lucas Steele.
And a very good evening from the Petaluma High School Gym. You are watching the Petaluma High School Senior Ceremony. Please enjoy.
He had all sorts of enthusiasm, and he has grown as the years gone by. Parker Loden. Parker's parents, Javon and Stacy. He has a record of 3-8. His GPA is yet to be established, and he plans on attending Santa Rosa Junior College. Our next senior is the son of David and Durell, Nate Turner, first year wrestler. His GPA is yet to be established, and he plans on attending a 4-year college. Every experience having family and friends who love wrestling. All right, we're going to move into the next bout here. This group of kids coming up, I met 6 years ago. Every now and then, after 24 years of coaching, every now and then you get a special group. And this is one of those groups. And they happen about everywhere from 10 to 20 years. And these guys never failed to amaze me. Okay, they stuck it out for 6 years. That's what I told them at the beginning of their 7th grade year. This is a 6-year program. If you stick around for 6 years, you have made an accomplishment that most people will never achieve. My first senior is the son of Jim and Donna Pacheco, David Pacheco. He has a career record of 18 and 17, and he plans on attending Santa Rosa JC at the end of the year. Our next senior, Jacob Betancourt. His parents are Nick and Krista. Overall record is 31 and 27. He plans on attending Santa Rosa JC, and one of his favorite experiences was winning the league pennant. Thank you. My next wrestler, been with us for 5 years. His parents are Matt and Nikki, Charlie Winter. His current record is 14 and 8. Overall record, 60 and 33. He plans on attending a 4-year college next semester or next year. His favorite experience was enjoying the daily grind of wrestling. Thank you for participating, Charlie. Next up, parents of this kid, Sean and Olivia Hogia. Been with us for 6 years, Paxton Hogia. Current record is 11 and 8, overall record 28 and 22. He plans on attending a 4-year college next year.
He who laughs last best first.
Guy joined 6 years ago. Never ceases to amaze me, this kid. The parents are Michael and Catherine O'Neill. came to me his junior year and said, don't call me that no more. Current record is 21-8. Overall record, 85-47. He plans on attending Santa Rosa Junior College, and I can't read what you just said, I'll fake it. No, something training. His favorite experience, wrestling with some guys for 6 years. Next up, this is by virtue has become a family affair. Parents Brian and Antoinette, Dominic Butts. Dominic is a third generation wrestler from Petaluma High School. His father was a 4-year varsity member here back in the 80s. And his cousins also wrestled for us back in early 2000. He's team captain. He has a record of 17-11. Overall record of 55-41. He plans on attending Colorado State next year. Favorite experience? 2-day tournaments with his teammates. Thank you, Dominic. We just keep lining up for me, Paul. This next kid, this has been Dominic's battle partner for 6 years. Kind of like my brother and myself, these two kids beat up each other every single day for 6 years during wrestling season. And yet we never had to send anybody to jail for it. Parents of Thor and Elena Shattuck, Mac Shattuck.
Joining us, you are watching the Petaluma High School wrestling team's senior ceremony from the Petaluma High School gym.
19-12 with an overall record of 46-29. He plans on attending Boise State at the end of the year. Thank you very much, Matt, for everything. Next up, proud parent, Nicole Vitale. Tony Vitale, his uncle and I grew up together in the same neighborhood. So when he came into the room, I kind of recognized him, but he looked more like Pete. He's wrestled for me for 64 years, 6 years. This kid goes up and down the weight bracket, will do anything for you at any given time, and we never have to worry. He always gives us 200%. He's been a team captain for 2 years. His current record is 13-10, and his overall record is 35-29. He plans on attending a 4-year university somewhere in the country soon. Thank you, Tony. Alrighty, here we go. Parents of Danny and Linda Prieto. Go Prieto. Cole's been with us for 6 years. One of the most electrifying wrestlers we've ever had in the room in the history of Petaluma High. Never ceases to disappoint the fans, and you know what? This kid can pull a rabbit out of his hat at any given time. Current record is 27-4. Overall record 108-38. Welcome to the 100 Wins Club, Tom. working on a 4-year college for him. Paul and I have been in contact with San Francisco State. We hope he will think about that, wrestling under Jason Wells. His favorite experience? Winning his first pennant for Petaluma High here. Last but not least,
hope you're enjoying Petaluma High School senior ceremony, this massive wrestling class. Coach Bus saying, say once in about every 20 years, you have a class like this come through, this influential. Everyone knew it was going to be a long ceremony, something I look forward to for a very long time. We're nearing the end. 2 more students.
Derek Bowman. Derek Bowman has been a team captain for us for 6 years. He makes sure all the little details get done for us. We are sure going to miss this kid. His leadership is going to take him far in life. His current record is 23-11. He too is one of our stalwarts. Will wrestle up and down the lineup wherever he is needed. He's filled the gaps perfectly for this club. His overall record, 68-46. He plans on attending 4-year college. And his favorite experience is beating some kid from Shasta. Redfern, I think it is. Derek, I want to thank you for helping out with everything, brother. Our last senior. This family is legendary at this school for wrestling. Poor mom had nothing. Poor grandma had nothing but boys, no daughters. Parents John and Bridget Pedersen, Connor Pedersen. He has been a 6-year captain with us also. His current record is 28-6. This year he entered the 100-win team for Petaluma High with 111 wins and 36 losses. After high school, he plans on attending a school for business. His favorite experience? Beating Saul Gonzalez, ranked number 13 to the state. Thanks, Connor. Thanks to the whole Pedersen family for producing so many of you.
Wrestlers and friends, go to the back. Sleep in.
So that was the 2018-19 Petaluma wrestling class. A class that will never be forgotten in Petaluma wrestling history. The couple, about 4 newbies on the senior team, but the rest, it's about 11 strong, 3-year varsity wrestlers for the most part. They've won back-to-back SCL titles, and now they're looking for one more league title. That will be decided here tonight against the Casa Grande Gauchos. What a night this should be. 13 seniors being honored, but in just a moment, all their focus is going to turn to the mats. This gym is packed. Wrestling doesn't normally happen in a gym, but tonight it's a little bit extra special because it's Casa Grande Petaluma. It's the first time these teams have wrestled in a league match in 5 years. And a very good evening, everyone. I am Griffin Epstein. Wow. The tension in this room, the excitement in this room, Everybody is buzzing about this one. Casa Grande and Petaluma have been looking forward to this match all season long. Both teams cruised through VVAL play. They had no close matches in terms of varsity boys. Both varsity girl squads are also undefeated. So 2 league pennants are on the line tonight. You cannot clinch a league pennant tonight, but the winner will be very, very comfortably in front heading into the VVAL championships and will in all likelihood win VVAL, especially if you can win by a comfortable margin here tonight. Both teams powerhouses. They have built such strong programs, and we talked about, you saw Petaluma's exceptional senior class, 9 varsity wrestlers on that senior class. They have built this program. They were the majority that won an SCL title for the first time in 13 years, 2 years ago as sophomores. This has been their hardest test this year. And now it all comes down to this against their crosstown rival, Casa Grande and Petaluma. These teams wrestled twice last year. The first time in a scrimmage didn't count. Petaluma won 44-30, and then they wrestled a second time just a couple weeks later up at Healdsburg. And keep in mind, very similar teams with 2 almost entirely seniors in the starting classes. And Petaluma won by criteria. They were tied. You go into tiebreaker criteria. Petaluma won 33-33 in tiebreaker criteria. That was at the Healdsburg duel tournament back in December of 2017. This time, however, it is for all the marbles, a league pennant. Trojans trying to make it 3 straight. This senior class trying to make it 3 straight. And for Casa Grande, it's been a long time since they've won a league pennant in wrestling. They were in the very good MBL the last couple years, and we're up near the top with the powerhouses of Ukiah and Maria Carrillo. Casa could definitely compete with those this year, as could Petaluma. These very well might be the 2 best wrestling teams in all of Sonoma County, and debatably in the entire North Bay. One match, final match of the VVAL regular season here tonight, and this gym is absolutely jam-packed. You can see the Casa Grande team warming up, getting their stretches in. Petaluma has already warmed up before the senior ceremony. The Trojans will run out in about 5 minutes, and we'll get started with JV matches. Those will be followed by varsity girls matches, and we'll finish up with what should be some fabulous, intense varsity boys matches. This should be a lot of fun, and on a night where Petaluma is playing Casa in 2 other sports, girls soccer team taking on Casa on the east side at the Gauchos home turf. That one is going to decide a VVAL title, and the boys basketball team is also facing the Gauchos at the Ed Yockaby gym. And in Casa, this gym is still packed. Christian! Apologies for that. This gym is packed nonetheless, nearly totally full. They knew as soon as this one was scheduled, the final match of the year, it would be senior night. So much meeting in this one. They would put this in the gym because this match they knew was going to decide a VVAL title. Both teams have known it all year long. Head coach for Casa Grande, Louis Chavez, was blunt about early in the year that this was the match that his team knew they wanted to win, that they were wrestling for all year long, and he knew this one would decide a VVAL title. Back on all the way on November 27th, he told the Argus Courier, "We are excited to wrestle Petaluma. It could be us and them in the finals, and it could come down to who has a good day." It's likely going to be close along both matches. Both teams fill a varsity weight class, not a surprise. Casa with 40-plus wrestlers, Petaluma with 60-plus wrestlers. These are full teams, too, not just experience. There's plenty of young, up-and-coming wrestlers as well. Chavez went on to say on December 10th to the Gaucho Gazette, Casa Grande student newspaper, they've, as the Casa Grande wrestling team, made it their main goal to beat Petaluma for the league title. This is what both teams have been wrestling for all year long, and right away, Petaluma, same thing, saw this schedule. They knew it wouldn't be easy to get through VVAL, but in the end, they weren't really tested by, there's some good other teams in VVAL, but neither team even had a scare on the varsity boys level. The varsity girls level, there were some close matches, but both varsity girls teams coming undefeated as well. That is a separate league pennant, so potentially 2 league pennants in wrestling. And this is the first year both Casa Grande and Petaluma have fielded a full girls team, so a chance for history tonight and in a week and a half at the VVAL Championships. If either one is to win that, in all likelihood they will. VVAL Championships, a week and a half. There will be in early February at American Canyon, February 9th. That's a Saturday. No matter what happens tonight, both teams will still have a shot at a league pennant, but whoever wins tonight will have a comfy lead in the point total, and some major adjustments will have to be made in a very short period of time if either team is to supplant the other. So in the end, whoever wins tonight is in all likelihood going to be a VVAL champion. Awesome, thank you so much.
I just don't have the girls' information yet.
All right, yeah, just bring it over when you get it.
I got 2 people I can help with, just in case. Can I grab another chair?
No, I got a chair right here. Yeah, yeah, I only need one. I mean, they can switch if they want. Yeah. All right, we are going to have Sarah Cook-Markovich join me in just a moment to provide a little bit more analysis as we're getting ready for this one. We appreciate everyone tuning in live. We'll also be providing some updates over the course of the evening of the other doings happening on the east side in both soccer and basketball. Peter Canali is covering our basketball game tonight, and we also have a reporter at the girls' soccer match who will be giving you some updates as well. All right, looks like it's on. Want to go ahead and talk, Sarah?
I'm excited. I think tonight's going to be very well. Both teams are very good and undefeated this year, and I'm excited to see who will win.
Yeah, it is. This has really been the match that I think both teams have waited all season for, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I believe that both teams, they're very good. They have all their own skills and their own techniques, and I feel like tonight everyone's going to be put to the test to see who's better.
And what's your background tonight? What expertise will you bring to the table for the viewers?
What I bring, I know how everyone on the team wrestles. Sadly, I was not able to join this year, but I'm very excited to see all the kids that I've wrestled with for the past 6 years to put their skill to the test and prove that they deserve to be on the mat.
Both teams are so even, and it's such a big moment, such a packed gym. What do you think will be the difference tonight, especially in those close matches that will probably decide who wins?
I believe that our team has more passion and works way more harder in the room. And I also believe that our fans, I guess you can say, everyone's here to support everyone. And I think it'll be a good night.
Yeah, this atmosphere is great. Obviously, you've had a lot of years wrestling and now a senior here at Petaluma High School. Is this the best atmosphere you've ever seen for wrestling?
Yes, of course. Nobody has ever, not as many people have ever showed up to a senior night before until tonight. And I'm very excited to see everyone cheer and see how good everyone is.
Yeah, holding it in the gym, a massive student section as well. Well, what do the fans need to do to help fuel the wrestlers, especially late in matches? It's going to be such a game of endurance.
Just keep pushing them, keep cheering on their name, telling them they're doing good, and just as they keep doing that, everyone will improve and their endorphins will kick in and it'll work.
And what does this mean tonight for the team going up against their league rival, crosstown rival, on senior night to decide a VVAL title? What does that mean for the team?
For the whole team, I think it means everything if they win tonight. Everyone's worked so hard throughout the year just to get here, and any win will be a success tonight, no matter what happens.
And both on the girls and the boys side, a chance to win a league pennant. That would be 3 straight years for a league pennant, especially for the senior class.
It would be amazing.
What does that mean for the program?
For the program, I think it proves just how well we work and how well our coaches coach. I mean, for me, this team is like a family to me, and everyone's close to each other, and everyone pushes each other on. And I think that's just what's most important is everybody gets along and they push each other to do their best.
And it also feels like a coronation for the city of Petaluma in terms of wrestling and how it's grown as a sport. It's remarkable. You have the 2 best teams in the VVAL, two of the best teams probably north of the Golden Gate Bridge in California in wrestling in the same city going at it tonight. I mean, that's remarkable.
It is remarkable. I mean, it just shows that how well people push each other and how well coaches coach. And I think it just proves that wrestling is growing way more than it did.
Yeah, it's just very remarkable. And the atmosphere, as you mentioned tonight, is everything you could hope for. There are very few seats in this gym, and it's competing against both basketball and soccer. Boys basketball is kind of normally the primary sport, but it looks like, I would say, there's a good 150, 200 students that have come here and not the basketball game.
Yeah, it's strange. No one's ever, not this many people have ever came to a wrestling tournament, but I think it'll be very good energy as the night goes on.
And what matchups are you looking forward to tonight, Sarah? It's so rare that you see full weight classes on all sides. We get a full slate of matches tonight. What ones catch your eye?
The one that catches my eye that I'm very looking forward to is Derek Pomey against Caleb Wood from Casa. Another one I'm looking forward to is Connor Pedersen. Connor Pedersen against Cole Cooper. I've heard Cole Cooper's a very good wrestler, but Connor's amazing as well, so I'm very excited to see that match.
Yeah, it feels like Pedersen he's had a monster year. Colton Briano has had monster results of late. Why has it, especially at the top, and I'd say Liam O'Neill has really good
He's
results
up there
of late.
as well.
Why have the top wrestlers on this team been competing at a state qualification level of late?
Because when all three of those boys work, they put all their work into it. They put all their heart into it to make sure that they improve. I've never seen three people work more hard in my life in a sport, and I hope to God that they win tonight because they deserve it.
Yeah, these are athletes, if you don't know, folks, who they play other sports. Prieto and Pedersen both on the football team, but they are wrestlers first, and this entire varsity lineup really is wrestling is their sport and something they've played since they've been, in diapers for some of them.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of kids here over the years have improved, and it's remarkable. They've done so well, and I'm excited to see them have their work show off tonight.
Yeah, it's really special to see a lot of them, a lot of stories, and the senior ceremony was very heartwarming to see, especially long tonight, too.
Oh, it was. I was sad that I wasn't able to be a part of it, but I just wanted to thank all the guys for pushing me ever since I joined with them, and I just love how I got to see them grow and improve over the years, and it inspired me.
With Casa Grande getting final warm-ups in, we're only a couple minutes from the varsity team racing on out to the floor for the final time for 13 seniors to add a home match, and then JV matches will get underway in a couple minutes. But it is also with senior night and those emotions and the importance. What is the mental focus that you have to take into your match if you're a varsity wrestler?
Into your match, you have to go in thinking that you're going to win, because if you go in thinking you're going to lose, you're going to lose. The mentality you have to have is that as long as you just do your best and you have the mentality of being strong, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest match that everyone from JV to varsity has ever wrestled in terms of implications, probably in terms of number of people, and that has to add to the drama as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I believe that. A lot of people have been waiting for this night, and I think Petaluma is ready to show that they deserve to have the title.
Yeah, and it was before you joined us, and if you didn't join us in our open, the head coach for Casa Grande, Luis Chavez, all the way back in November, he was talking about this match, published in a newspaper saying, this is our focus, this is the only match that matters the whole year long.
Exactly, because we're the two biggest rivals in town, and both teams work so hard, so I believe it tonight proves who will be victor.
These teams also faced off last year twice, first in a scrimmage, and then in a very, very close match. It went down to criteria, which Petaluma won at the Healdsburg duel tournament. Mm-hmm. What do you remember from that match, and what can the players learn for tonight for that?
From what I remember from that match is everyone was just in a good mood. Everyone had a good mentality and cheering everyone on, and I think that's what we need tonight.
Yeah, well, we are going to see the varsity wrestling team run out one more time. We're going to let you listen in. They're going to turn off the lights, and it's the final time for 13 seniors, many which have done it all 4 years. So lights are about to go off here at the Petaluma High School gym as you're watching Petaluma versus Casa Wrestling Egg Bowl in the final match of the VVAL season to decide the VVAL title. The mat is cleared, the stands are packed, and only wrestling awaits us. If you have any comments, feel free to tune in to our live chat. Feel free to comment in our live chat. You can like this video and subscribe to our channel. We've got some other wrestling coverage on our channel as well, and I'll also be at the VVAL Championships in a week and a half. So obviously the pennant somewhat on the line, but it'll be officially decided in American Canyon.
Yes, exactly.
Well, the lights are off, and we're going to let you listen in.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to ask everybody to participate in this. At this time, if you are an ex-wrestler at this high school or anywhere, I want you to stand up right now. If you're a referee or wrestler that is here to participate, I want you to stand up right now. If you're a teacher that knows a wrestler, I want you to stand up right now. If you are an administrator or a coach of another sport that knows a wrestler, I'd like you to stand up right now. If you're a parent, grandparent, aunt, or uncle of a wrestler, I'd like you to stand up right now. If you are a friend of a wrestler, I would like you to stand up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the community of wrestling. Give yourselves a hand. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2018 Silver Pennant champions.
Wow, Sarah, I got goosebumps.
Me too, dude. It's crazy. I'm excited.
Now, it was a special moment. Final time for the seniors. The lights off. The introduction never ceases to disappoint. That one was extra special. A little bit longer with the music, and a much louder cheer here tonight. All the students that are out here, they are standing up, and they are ready to cheer on their Petaluma Trojans to a historic victory here tonight. A chance for 3 straight VVAL titles, a chance for the first victory in league play over Casa Grande in 5 years, and a chance for these seniors to go out on top in the biggest duel match they will ever be in the gym. If you're just joining us, I'm Griffin Epstein.
This is Sarah Cook-Markovich.
And we will have wall-to-wall coverage of all the matches tonight. We've got nearly a full JV schedule. We have a completely full varsity schedule. That is going to be fun, Sarah.
Oh, it sure is. I'm very excited.
Varsity girls should be will be almost full as well. Both teams field full teams for that as well. It's gonna stretch on late into the night. So we hope you've got some popcorn, maybe some dinner, and we're gonna enjoy this one. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and we'll be here the whole way.
We sure will.
Petaluma getting its stretching on. Casa is off to the locker room. They are done with their stretching and ready to go. There's a lot of very intricate process that goes into all this, Sarah.
Oh, of course. I mean, the main thing is if you don't stretch before you wrestle, you're definitely going to tear something, and it's going to hurt.
And is there a mental factor also? What's going through your head as you're on the mat right now?
As you're on the mat right now, you just want to focus on not what you're going to do, but focus on what you can do. You know, like if they give you a shot, you got to take it. You know, think of how to do a double leg, how to do a single, what takedown you're going to use. You know, you just got to get in that state that I'm going to win, and if you're in that state, then you're good to go.
What is the most important thing once they get out on the mat? Is it mentally, conditioning, or what is it?
It's all of the above. I mean, if you're not mentally there, then you're not going to win. I mean, if you're somewhere else looking in the stands, you're going to get distracted, and it's just not going to happen.
What you've been around this program for 4 years, head coach Paul Schlosser. What aspect of that wrestling dynamic has made this program become such a powerhouse?
I think it's just the way our coaches push us to do better and better ourselves. Even if we want to stop, they push us to keep going, and it just makes us better people.
That's been remarkable what the coaches have done. The senior class came in as freshmen. It was I mean, you were around. How big was the team back then?
It wasn't as big as it was now. We had maybe half as many people.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's grown so much?
I think it's just because people see when they come to the matches how successful people can be in the shape that it gets you in. So it encourages people to come out and just have fun and try your best. I mean, obviously not someone's going to be good their first year, but if you keep working at it, you get better. You know, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of freshmen, underclassmen on this team, and some of them are even on the varsity lineup, even though this is a very experienced team. It seems like the future is very bright, too.
Oh, it is. I'm very excited to see where the program goes.
And Nick Trave, Colin Ferrero, Jack Santos, Max Jaime Anchoreno, all underclassmen that are wrestling varsity tonight, with the exception of one junior. The rest are seniors, but even the JV teams had a lot of success this year as well.
That's very true. They have.
If you're just joining us, we are live here from the Petaluma High School gym. Casa Grande and Petaluma wrestling galore. It does not get much better than this. We said two titans of wrestling this morning, and nothing else would be apt to describe it. These two squads are powerhouses. They're definitely new on the block, but this team has had some remarkable accomplishments at some tournaments this year, Sarah.
Oh, they really have, especially the girls and the guys. From what I've heard, the girls have done very well at tournaments. They've been placing 1 through 4th, you know, sometimes a little lower, but that's okay. The girls place every tournament they go to. Same with the guys. The guys are doing it very remarkable. They're doing a great job, and I couldn't be any prouder.
Yeah, it's been remarkable, some of the results and also the improvement we've seen. I remember last year the varsity boys team went to the Tim Brown Invitational in Sacramento, and they had one wrestler make it to the second day. Mm-hmm. 1 year later, a totally different result. Not only did you have 5 wrestlers make the second day, and this was one of the most prestigious wrestling tournaments probably all of California.
Yeah.
But Colton Pareto placed 3rd, Connor Pedersen 4th, Nick Trave 7th, and Derek Pomey nearly placed. Tony Vitale was the other wrestler that qualified. And overall, the team finished 10th out of 82 teams at Tim Brown.
It's amazing what can happen in just over a period of time, you know, to improve. And like I said, all the guys and girls here, they push themselves to become better people and to become better wrestlers.
Yeah, it was the highest placing for any team north of the Golden Gate Bridge along the coast in California, and it was 3rd highest in NCS for any team.
Exactly. Like when a lot of people see Petaluma at tournaments, they get scared because they know how good they are and how well they push. I mean, even just seeing them practice like this, you can see how hard they work.
Yeah, you can see varsity wrestlers now on the mat getting their warm-ups in. What goes into this specific warm-up here, Sarah?
Usually what goes in is you start with, like, it's called 5-5-5. you do 5 takedowns, 5 reversals, and something else. I forget what it is, but you work on your favorite shots, and you just try to perfect them and get yourself warmed up and ready for your match.
And it's a long process, which is why, if you're wondering why the match is not starting, it's senior ceremony, get your warm-up in. You got to be all ready to go mentally and physically. It's an intricate process, and many of the seniors, the final time in a duel match they'll ever be going through this, which is obviously sad, a little bit nostalgic for them. It's probably to be conflicting emotions.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, of course it's sad to know that this is your last duel meet on an actual mat, but at the same time, you got to make the best of what you have, and you got to go out there and try to win.
Casa Grande and Petaluma have not faced off so far this year. However, one note that you can make, Petaluma, in terms of varsity boys, has placed higher than them at most tournaments, including at the Tim Brown Invitational. And not only that, but we always hear about in Sonoma County, you look in the newspaper, Ukiah and Maria Carrillo and Windsor being the kind of elite wrestling teams.
Yeah.
Petaluma hasn't gotten much credit, but they finished higher than all of those teams at Tim Brown.
Like you said, Petaluma does not get as much credit as they should. And it, like I said before, it just proves how hard everyone pushes themselves to become better.
And how much do you think that motivates the team? It's felt like, oh, Petaluma won SCL. Well, SCL's not that strong. And, this isn't a team that's been around so long. I read articles in the newspaper all the time about Maria Carrillo and Ukiah and Windsor and their elite wrestlers and how they go to state. Do you think maybe a victory tonight and a good performance in the postseason would finally get Petaluma the recognition they deserve?
Oh, I believe it will. I think it'll open people's eyes with how well Petaluma is doing and give them credit for how well they work.
Yeah, and it's something that Trojans have worked on, but this program, as we mentioned, has really accelerated quickly from 4 years ago being a pretty small program, middle-of-the-road team in a not super strong Sonoma County League to 2 years ago just barely winning the first SCL title in 11 years in Petaluma wrestling. And since then, everything is just fast-forwarded at 100 miles per hour to get bigger and better.
I definitely agree with that.
And mentioning some of the tournaments that Petaluma's had success in, the Wolfpack Invitational, which was the same day as Tim Brown, Trojans won for both the varsity girls team that was there and the boys team that was there. I would say January 12th had to be one of the best days in Petaluma wrestling history. They last year were also at that tournament, did not win it, performed well, but this year to have both the girls and boys win a local tournament.
Yeah, it's a big improvement for sure. The girls and the guys just work as hard as they can, and it shows off in tournaments and in their matches.
Brooklyn Shattuck placed first at that Wolfpack Invitational American Canyon, as did Shaylin Baker, Lucas Bedencourt, and Jack Santos. And there was a lot, I'm not going to go through all of them, but a lot of wrestlers placed at that one and showed the strength. That was mostly JV in terms of the boys. It showed how strong they are. Wrestlers piling on top of each other here. I see Captain Connor Pedersen in the middle. What are they saying to each other right now?
Right now, I believe Connor's giving them a pet talk about telling them how to keep their mind straight and do well, and they're going to do the famous little cheer that we do at every match.
We talked about the seniors in terms of the wrestling skills, but how have their leadership as well been a big factor?
Oh, the one that definitely stands out as a leader is Derek Pomey. He was a captain when he was a freshman, It's just his leadership skills are going to take him far in life, and it's definitely encouraged everyone to do better on the mat. Just because of him, he doesn't give up on anyone. And I think he's a very good leader, and I'm glad. Same with Connor Pedersen and Colton Prieto and Tony. They all encourage everyone. And I wouldn't want any other captains.
How important overall all the seniors and just leading this program with respect, and especially leading underclassmen as they've come in?
I think it's definitely all the seniors are gonna encourage a younger classmen to come out and try wrestling just because of the legacy they left.
Yeah, they have had such a big impact. It's very remarkable. We're getting some mat moving at the moment. Both warm-ups have been complete. Casa Grande has come back out. Appreciate everyone tuning in. We are going to get to some wrestling, and it should be a lot of fun
Yes, it
here
should.
tonight. We'll also again be giving you updates of the varsity girls soccer team's match against Casa Grande. That will also decide the VVAL title on the east side. It's crazy to have opposite sides of town, two sports, VVAL title, two different sports on the line tonight.
I know, it's crazy. The excitement's everywhere.
Yeah, this was a date that was circled on the calendar as soon as both Petaluma and Casa Grande fans saw it when the VVAL schedule came out. This is debatably the biggest and best day of the year in Petaluma, the city of Petaluma sports.
I definitely agree with you, Griffin. It is. It's a really big deal, and I'm glad to see who takes victory tonight.
Petaluma last night getting its first victory over Casa Grande in any varsity sport. The varsity girls basketball team breaking a 10-year losing streak. We're going to have the national anthem and then wrestling after this.
Yeah, no.
And that was your national anthem. We're live on YouTube, Petaluma High School, Trojan Live. All right, we are going to get ready to go with matches. You're going to hear JV introductions and then JV wrestling. I'm going to leave you for just a moment, Sarah. If you could talk about these JV matches real quickly, I'll be back in just a second.
Of course. I got it, Griffin. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's get busy with the JV matches. Starting off with 184 pounds. Josh Bios, Petaluma, receiving forfeit. At 197 pounds, we'll have a double forfeit. At 220, Liam Galbraith from Casa Grande, receiving forfeit.
Me too.
At 108 pounds, Dylan Bianchi from Petaluma, receiving forfeit.
Dylan Bianchi has been with us, I believe, since 7th grade. He's a very good wrestler. I love seeing him on the mat.
Wrestling here from Casa Grande. At 115 pounds, Adam Dickus. Burkett. He'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Dylan Balthazar.
Dylan Balthazar, I believe, is a sophomore. He is a first-year wrestler. I've seen him improve very well over the year, and I'm excited to see him wrestle tonight. Asher King is a junior. He's been wrestling for the last 2 to 3 years. He's improved a lot.
From Petaluma, Jack Benedetti, will receive a forfeit.
Back Benedetti is a first-year wrestler, and he has improved over the year.
130 pounds, 32 pounds, from Casa Grande, Joe Ellis. You'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Riddick James.
Rennick has improved very well since 7th grade.
Casa Grande Sam Skinner. You'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Peter Vitale.
Peter Vitale, I believe, is a sophomore. This is his first year wrestling, and I've seen him on the mat. He's pretty good.
47 pounds. From Casa Grande, Lorenzo Zuniga. You'll be facing up Petaluma's Nate Turner.
Nathan Turner is one of our seniors tonight. It's his first year wrestling, and I'm very excited to see this match.
Nathan's a lot of fun to watch wrestle.
Exactly.
Kyle Gary. You will be meeting up with Petaluma's Jacob Bencourt.
Jacob Bencourt is another one of our seniors. He's improved a lot since junior high, and I'm excited to see his match as well.
Jacob Isola. You'll be meeting up with senior Parker Logan. And our final JV match of the night, Casa Grande Stephen Isaacs. You'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Ryan Castillo.
All right, there you have it. We have a nearly full slate of JV matches here tonight. That shows how big both of these teams are.
Yeah, they've got a lot of different weight classes and a lot of different people to fill them.
Yeah, Casa with over 40 wrestlers. They have 47 boys wrestlers, 9 girls, and Petaluma with over 60 wrestlers. Truly remarkable. If you're just joining us again, I'm Griffin Epstein.
I'm Sarah Kukmarkovich.
We are live here at the Petaluma High School Gym. JV wrestling will start us off, then we'll have varsity girls and varsity boys to decide a VVAL title. But every match is so important today because it's Casa and Petaluma.
It sure is. It's a big rival match, and like I said probably 100 times now, I'm excited to see who becomes victor.
Everyone has been waiting for this one all year long, as we've said. And even these JV matches so huge. Jacob Betancourt at the moment looks like he'll be up first, I believe. Or he just didn't meet his opponent. Is that it? Yeah. And you see head coach Paul Schlosser for Petaluma. He is shaking hands with the head coach for Casa Grande, Luis Chavez. He's been at Casa for a while, 48 years of age, and he has also built a remarkable program just like Coach Schlosser has at Petaluma.
That's out of focus. No. Yours is on the other end. Yours is the third one to the left. Yeah. Like all the way at the end, third one to the left. I'm pretty sure that's his.
We've got Christian Abramo on camera tonight. He's doing an excellent job. He's giving me a workout here. Early,
I know,
Sarah.
you keep running back and forth. You might as well anchor from over there.
Right? Well, all the exercise is worth it to watch this one.
It sure is.
A late start to this one. The senior ceremony was about an hour ago. It's going to be a long wait, especially for the varsity wrestlers that they're not used to just because there's so many JV matches.
That's for sure. There are a lot of JV matches tonight, and there are going to be a lot of varsity matches. I'm not too sure about the girls, though.
And we'll see that. We're going to start with a couple forfeits. As Josh Bias will get a forfeit for Petaluma.
Yeah, there's two. I believe there's 3 forfeits for JV.
Yeah. So, a couple matches unable to fill weight classes.
Yep.
So we're currently in the heavies. Casa has just will just get points for just one forfeit. Petaluma with one forfeit. It's at 220. Neither team with a heavyweight or at 197. And Petaluma had the forfeit at 184 with Josh Bias.
Yep. And here's the 106 forfeit.
Dylan Bianchi will get a forfeit, the freshman. And then we're going to get into some real wrestling.
Yep.
It will be the 115, Dylan Baltazar, the freshman, and Sam Verlis from Casa Grande. So it's the lightweight class, young JV wrestlers. What's the key here, Sarah?
The key here is just to use what you've learned to your advantage. So if they give you a leg, you got to take the shot. You know, if you're lower than they are, you got to take the shot. If Dylan knows how to throw at the perfect time, then just throw him. You know, you just got to wait for the perfect timing. But if time's running out, then you got to do what you got to do. You know.
So we're underway here. First wrestling of the evening, the first of many matches. It's Baltazar in the black and Verlis in the green. The Trojans have had great success on the JV level so far this year. They're hoping to continue that. Verlis has got a hold of Baltazar's leg early here.
Balthazar's got to kick his leg down to get free. There you go.
Verlis out of the circle, out of bounds. Little reset. 129 remaining, no score here in the first round. It's all about athleticism at these lightweight positions. Baltazar gets the upper hand at 2 points for the takedown.
He's got to stay behind him if he wants to keep him.
Baltazar spinning around.
He should have gotten 2 for that.
He will not, though, so still 2-0 halfway through this first round. But so far, Verlis in the defensive position. It's been all Baltazar.
There you go, Baltazar.
Back.
There you go.
What's Baltazar need to do here, Sarah?
He needs to flatten him out. Right now, if he lets him up and lets him go, the other team's going to get a point. Right now, you see how he has him down? He's going to want to try to keep him down and either work an armbar, a chicken wing, or the half.
Variety of moves to try to get Verlis on his back and get the pin and finish him off. Verlis trying to escape, but it's tricky early as we near the end of the first here. Verlis nearly got up. Baltazar holding on for dear life as we're at the end of one. 2-1. Verlis will get a point for the escape. 2-1 after 2 minutes. It's 3 rounds if there's no pin. Each round 2 minutes.
Yes.
And it's crazy. It's really 6 minutes, but it's 6 minutes of your highest intensity possible.
Exactly.
You have to go at it.
Yeah, you got to go as hard as you can.
Coach Paul Schlosser questioning the escape call, it appears there.
Yes.
Was that the right call to use, Sarah? That you gave
Yeah.
the point for the escape?
I would have given it, yeah. I mean, just from looking at it, it looked like he escaped, you know, even if he had the head.
This is a hard match to officiate here tonight with a packed and spirited gym.
Yeah.
Petaluma student section is here as well. They're staying pretty quiet for this JV match, but except them getting very loud once Varsity takes over.
There you go, Dylan!
Baltazar with a squirming Verlis.
Ugh.
And he gets 2 points for the takedown. Baltazar takes a 4-1 lead here in the second.
He just definitely got to try to drive him forward now and flatten him out so he can get that pin.
Baltazar's had some good results this year. He was 4 of 4-1 at the Healdsburg Duel Tournament back in December. And he was first place as the escape there by Verlis makes it 4-2. He won his varsity match against American Canyon.
He is a first-year wrestler, and the first day I saw him on the mat to now, he's improved so much.
How hard is it to pick up wrestling if you've never done it before and just head right on out there and start working at it?
For me, my first year, I'm not going to lie, it's a little hard, but if you keep practicing at it and doing your best, it'll just come to you, you know?
4-2 the score, 40 minutes remaining. 40 seconds, I should say. There's the escape. Baltazar looks at the clock to see about how much time he's got until a break.
Get your leg back.
Verlis has done a nice job of just holding on, and Baltazar hasn't been able to get a good move.
Don't let go. There you go.
Baltazar turns over Verlis.
Keep
Verlis
your legs in.
danger zone, and he's out of bounds.
Yes, very close.
2 points for Baltazar. How was he able to suddenly put Verlis on the ground like that and nearly finished him?
I don't know. I think it's just the weight, like the way you have your hips and where your weight is. Depends whether you're going to fall or not.
Baltazar made the right move there, no doubt. Verlis will decide to start on bottom and continue to work away and chip away with escape points.
Yes.
Down to 5 seconds.
Keep finding
Left in the
Baltazar.
second. And that will do it. 4-2. 4 minutes gone. And Baltazar in the lead.
Baltazar is going to be taking top.
Tal, Baltazar panting, exhausted. He's had to do more work here because Verlis has taken the defensive position. Do you expect a flip now? Or does Verlis try to get more aggressive in this third?
Exactly. He's definitely taken control of the situation, trying to tire him out, and it looks like it's working.
However, Verlis of Casa Grande still trailing by 4, so he's definitely gonna have to start working and fast. Baltazar nearly turned him around. Verlis spun out of it. These are 2 good young wrestlers that very well might be wrestling at this level in varsity next year with the amount of seniors on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So there is 1 point for the escape.
Yep.
But still 6-3, and Verlis is going to have to get a takedown if he wants to come back, or Baltazar will get what will be one of the biggest victories at a big moment for JV, wrestling in front of, it's got to be about 500 people, I'd say, here tonight around.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's many people here that are ready to watch this go. Right now, Baltazar is not going to want to let go of that leg if he does not want to get pinned.
Verlis has gone more aggressive. Baltazar squirming. The Casa Grande section of students and community. They don't have many students here tonight, mostly parents and community, making noise. 30 seconds left. Baltazar just is going to have to hold on here. Verlis has taken the offense. 2 points for a takedown. And a whistle all of a sudden. 6-5. Baltazar with 27.4 seconds left. Baltazar looks exhausted. How do you find something for 30 more seconds?
He's just got to dig deep and keep fighting, you know. That's just how he's going to win, and that's how he's going to pull through. Oh.
And Baltazar thrown to the ground in the
Keep
pin
kicking!
position. He just spins out of it. Verlis nearly got the pin.
Keep fighting!
However, 2 points for the takedown, but 1 point for the escape. We are tied at 7. 5 seconds left. Will anyone get a point at the buzzer? No. We are tied at 7.
They are now going to go into overtime.
Oh, crazy sequence there, wasn't it?
I know it really was. They both fought hard, and he definitely came back at the end.
So what are the rules here for overtime, Sarah?
Overtime is the first person to get a point or a takedown wins, and if nobody gets a point, then you go overtime again.
See,
Whoever
gotta be
gets, yeah.
very aggressive here.
Oh,
Must
for
be the
sure.
strategy.
You have to prove that you want to win. You know, you got to put all your heart into it. And the first person to get a point definitely wins. See, right now, if he gets behind him, he's going to win. Come on, Balthazar!
Both fighting. In the next moment, a winner's going to be decided.
Kick your leg back! Oh.
Balthazar take it down, and that is it. Casa will get the first win of the night. Sam Burles, a freshman, knocks off a fellow freshman in Dylan Balthazar. If that is a preview of the matches to come, Sarah, we're going to be in for a great night.
That's for sure. There's a lot of great matches tonight, and I'm very excited.
Excellent effort on both sides. And the fun thing about Casa and Petaluma wrestling is a lot of the players and wrestlers, coaches know each other as well.
That's very true. Everyone knows each other around here, and all they want to do is encourage.
Saw Balthazar give a big hug to Casa's head coach, Luis Chavez.
Yes.
So we will continue with JV matches here in this packed Petaluma High School gym.
Next up is Asher King against Jake Bulk at 122.
King, another freshman. What does he bring to the mat, Sarah?
He is actually not a freshman.
I'm
I
sorry.
believe he's either, I don't know
Sophomore?
myself, I believe he's either a sophomore or junior.
Okay.
He wrestled one year, but he got injured. So he has definitely made a comeback this year, being injured last year, not being able to practice.
Also plays JV football. He's
Yes.
had a good year, especially of late for Petaluma. He stood out among JV for high places so far. He's got a lot of height.
Oh, he sure does.
However, Casa will take an early 2-point lead. With 1:20 remaining in the first, you can see the scoreboard in your top left-hand corner. And overall, in these JV matches, Casa trailing Petaluma 12-9. We'll see who can win in this prelude to varsity.
Yes.
It's amazing how quiet this gym gets
I
with
know.
the amount of people in it.
I know. It's just gets dead quiet, and like no one wants to say anything to distract them, you know. But at the same time, like wrestlers still do hear you when you cheer them on, even though we have that damn headgear on, you know. Like, it's
Is it
just-
hard to hear when you have it on?
With the girls, especially because we have to have the hairnet, so
Right.
that also covers your ears, so you can't hear anything.
Yeah, that's remarkable. What do you
Yeah.
coaches often? Is it a hand signal that they have to give you or something like that?
No, they just yell at you. They yell as loud as they can until you hear them, you know. I mean, especially if you're on a break, say like they're flipping the coin to see who goes, then they'll yell at you to turn around and they'll tell you what to do.
Yes, sir. Very interesting. King nearly turned into the pin position, but he got back up.
There you go, Asher!
3-2 is the score. King's got him in the pin. He's got it!
Woo! Petaluma finally got a pin. First one of the night.
Asher King with the pin. And Petaluma will bounce back from its first loss of the night to get its first victory of the night. What an effort by King there to get that pin.
Yes, he did very well. He proved himself on the mat tonight.
Asher King placed third at the Wolfpack Invitational, and he will, well, we've just lost the up-top camera.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll get back to that in just a moment, but
Yeah.
we are here at the Petaluma High School gym. This was a horrible time to switch batteries, but that is what's going to happen. We are going to get a forfeit, and then we are going to see more JV matches. So you're going to get the up-close and personal view for this one.
Yes.
22 viewers. We appreciate everyone tuning in. If you have any comments, questions, please feel free to comment in the live chat.
Right now, this is Rennick James and Joe Ellis at 132. Rennick has been wrestling since 7th grade, I believe. I believe he's a freshman now, and he's improved a lot.
Young JV team, but very talented. James quickly has got Ellis on his back, who squirms away. 2 points for the takedown to take an early lead. How do you think, Sarah, these JV wrestlers, most of them underclassmen, deal with all this pressure wrestling in front of way more people than they've ever been around before?
I think it gives them courage to try their best, and push harder. Let's go, Rennick!
2-2, 2 points for Ellis there on the reversal. 1 minute remaining in the first. .30 seconds left. Cagey affair so far. What's James need to do to pull ahead, Sarah?
He needs to stand up to get a point and then do a takedown or do a reversal to get points. There we go, just like that.
20 seconds left so far. All these JV matches are going to be well contested. You see a lot of routes in JV, but I don't expect too many here. Just because these wrestlers are so strong, many of them would be on varsity squads across the Bay Area on an average wrestling team, but these teams are just so good. That's the end of 1. We're tied at 2. Ellis will start on the bottom for Casa in the green, Petaluma in the black with the purple piping. 1 win each in contested matches so far in JV.
Yeah.
We'll have varsity girls and then varsity boys after.
Break him down, Rennick!
Trying to get up. James has great strength so far. He's not letting Ellis away.
Oh, he is not. He's keeping him as long as he can.
James is trapped. And Ellis now trying to get some offense going. We're still tied at 2 here, nearing the halfway point of the second. You run camera office up.
The goal for Rennick right now is to try to keep him down as long as he can and try to pin him. Ellis right now is definitely putting up a good fight, but Rennick is not giving up. He's holding on as long as he can. There you go, Rennick! So close, but time ran out. There you go, Rennick. Keep turning. There you go, Rennick. Hit him up. Right now, Ellis is holding on as long as he can, and Rennick's trying his best to turn. There you go! Oh! Off your knees, Rennick!
7-2, Petaluma. Well, now that just changed 9-5 as they update the score. We have 1 minute remaining in the second period.
Keep him down, Rennick!
Sorry, James nearly flipped. Just trying to stay there. He has 40 seconds, though.
Ellis is now on top, and his goal is to either pin him or try to get points. Rennick's got to keep fighting if he has a chance to win, though. Let's go, Rennick! Welcome back, Griffin.
That will be the end of 2.
Both Rennick and Ellis are putting up a great fight.
James has done a nice job staying in control, though, here of this match.
That's for sure. He's doing his best to hold on even. If he think he can, he does it anyway. He holds on.
It is 9-9. And now we're in overtime.
There you go, Rennick!
James! Got it! He's a victor! What a move by Riddick James!
I know, he went
spectacular.
right in. He went right in there and took it, just like he should. He proved he wanted it more, and he did.
Remarkable by James as he sends down a rival Gaucho wrestler in Joe Ellis. And the Trojans extend their lead in this JV so far. Next, we're going to be at the 140. Sam Skinner of Casa, Peter Vitale of Petaluma. What do you expect here, Sarah?
Peter Vitale is a first-year wrestler, but since I've seen him on the mat and seeing him now, he's definitely improved, but he still has some stuff to work on. Otherwise, he's fighting pretty well right now. This kid just came out very aggressive, and he needs to do the same.
Vitale looks towards the bench where he got head coach Paul Schlosser and a hoist of assistants to help as well, providing instructions on everything to do.
This kid's very good at keeping his base and not letting people break him down.
And if the last name Vitale sounds familiar, Peter, the younger cousin of Tony Vitale, who's you'll see later wrestling in Varsity.
Yeah, he's definitely got someone to look up to for a year, you know. Tony's very inspirational.
Well, absolutely, one of the great guys at Petaluma High School.
And I hope Peter follows in his footsteps.
Absolutely. So far, Vitale trailing 2-0 as we near a minute to go here in the first round. Vitale, a freshman, also ran on the cross-country team as well, so you know his endurance is strong. Vitale's got Skinner in the pin. Can he finish him off?
Oh!
Vitale is flipped by Skinner. And now Vitale's in trouble. Reverse cheers on both sides. And Skinner nearly got the pin.
Right
and
now, if
counting again. Vitale again, just able to contort his shoulders. How does Vitale hold on here?
I don't know. He's got some amazing strength right now. I think right now he's just, it's all right.
But unable to hold off Skinner, who was maybe a little bit more aggressive and experienced. He'll get the pin. And so far, pretty even. 4 matches in the JV level. We've seen 2 overtime victories on both sides and 2 pins on both sides.
Exactly. This is very exciting. It just proves how well they train both teams and how well they're willing to work for it, you know?
And this is what we expect from JV to varsity girls all the way to the varsity boys level. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Right now we have Lorenzo Zuking from Casa and Nathan Turner from Petaluma. They are both seniors. This is Nathan's first year, but he has improved a lot since his first day, and I believe Lorenzo's been wrestling all of high school.
Yeah, so newbie versus experience, but Turner has great strength.
Yes, he does.
And Turner's had a lot of success this year, even in his first year, but he's going up against one of Casa's best JV wrestlers. It's crazy to have good seniors on a JV team, but it shows the strengths of both teams.
Exactly. I mean, some people doubt what people can bring to the mat, you know, and Nathan's one of them. Even though he's a first-year wrestler, he's improved so much that people, are amazed, you know. I'm amazed by all the first-year wrestlers that improved this year. It's awesome how well our coaches coach them, you know.
No score so far, a minute gone.
Yeah.
Turner now taking the upper hand. His parents own one of the CrossFits in town, so he spends a lot of time there, and I think his strength translated, as did his both runs for the varsity cross country and varsity track team.
It sure did. And there, let's go, Nathan!
Turner's got him
Squeeze,
in the pin.
Nathan!
Nice job.
Nope. There you go, Nathan, try again!
Get away, but Turner will get 2 points for the takedown, and he's now leading 5-0 with 30 seconds left in this first round of action. Babel able to get his foot, tap it out. And they'll try again with Turner out in front. Do you wrestle for the pin when you're in the lead, or you try to get more conservative? What's your approach here, Sarah?
In my opinion, if you have a good chance at getting the pin, then go for the pin. But otherwise, if they're fighting really hard and you can't pin them, then just go for a tech, which means you have to have 15 more points than they do. So say he got 15 and the other person had 0, then that would be a tech. You know?
Which overall in the total score would be 5 points towards your total score. 6 for the pin. And you get 4 if you win by 8-14, and you get 3 points. It's between 1 to 7. That is the end of the first.
Yeah.
And Turner so far in command of this one. He leads 5-0.
Yeah, Nathan has definitely came out more aggressive today. And so is Lorenzo. But I mean, I think Nathan has got a little bit more there. He's a little more aggressive. And he wants to win.
Yeah, and 2 seniors. This is their last duel match, one of the last wrestling matches they'll ever be in. So
exactly.
Has to mean a lot for both.
Of course. Get sprung, Nathan!
Zunig picking up Turner, who's thrown to the ground. That will likely be 2. Indeed it will. Here in JV, Petaluma with a slight lead in JV. JV does not factor into varsity, but still a lot on the line even here on the JV side.
Exactly.
We are very tight, though. Petaluma's JV team has not lost all season long, as has Casa's JV team, so the winner here will finish VVAL undefeated. Turner's
got the takeover now. Now he's on top, and he's going to either go for the points or the pin.
You can see a nice shifting of the hands to be able to turn over Zunig and get on top. Under a minute to go. And Turner in front 5-2. Petaluma leading overall 17-15.
Wow, it's close.
In JV, yeah. This one looks like it'll come down to the wire.
Oh, yes, it will. I just hope both seniors know, no matter who wins, that they both wrestled great today, and they're both victors no matter what, you know?
They've worked hard, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Everyone's worked so hard for this day, you know, and they just want to prove themselves on the mat.
Turner trying to tune over Zunic.
You
His
got
face
it!
has a pain, but Turner's in the pin. Zunic trying to get out of it, but he's got him. A senior pin for Nathan Turner. That'll be what he remembers in front of 300 fans.
That is definitely one way to end your last match of the season.
That's got to be sweet.
Lorenzo
Nathan
fought
Turner.
hard, but I think Nathan pulled through at the end.
Able to knock off an experienced wrestler in Zunic.
Yes.
So we'll move to 154, Jacob Betancourt and Kyle Garley.
I am not sure what grade Kyle Garley is, but I know Jacob Betancourt is a senior for us.
Another senior.
Yeah, so they both are going to prove themselves tonight for sure. And Jacob Betancourt's been working so hard ever since he started wrestling. Both wrestlers have came out very aggressive, but it looks like Jacob Betancourt came out a little more and is wanting the win. Jacob Betancourt's just got to keep driving and get his head up to get those points. Oh, don't let go, Jacob. He's doing the Iranian right now. There you go, Jacob!
Throwing him to the ground. Increasing his lead.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but do you think both wrestlers came out very aggressive, but Jacob just came out a little more aggressive, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right on. Hit the nail on the head, Sarah,
Yeah.
on that one. And it's a big moment. I think all the wrestlers are going to be more aggressive than normal because they want it. Betancourt's
course.
got him in the pin.
This is his last match. Of course he wants it.
Squirming away. Betancourt's had a good career. His younger brother Lucas has had even more success on the varsity level. A couple points for a reversal, and it is 5-0 Betancourt. Fifteen seconds left.
I'm not going to lie, that looks a little uncomfortable. I'm not a guy, but still, you know.
Betancourt wrapping his arms between the middle of the legs of Kyle Garley and the chest. And you could come into contact with something you didn't want to, but all it's about is winning.
Yes, right now Paul Slosher is trying to get a penalty call for aggressive hitting, I believe. I don't know who against. I think it's against Casa, but
Now he's trying to get an infraction on his own player. I would hope
yeah,
not.
I would hope not either, you know, but hey, you never know.
Garley and Betancourt will head to the second, and Betancourt so far in command of this one. Hard-working
Screens.
senior finished second at the Wolfpack Invitational.
It looks like there's a little bit of confusion tonight with the referee in the table. Apparently it was Green's choice, but then Red picked, so I don't know. But
That's to decide if you're unaware with wrestling minutia,
I guess so.
who is up and who's behind. Betancourt quickly gets up and gets 2 points for the reversal. That was impressive. Easily
yeah.
able to spin out of it, and that's why you take the lower position potentially to get a reversal or at least an escape point.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly why you take the lower position, because I believe it's easier to get out when the person on top does not put as much pressure on you.
And for the most part, you'll take that when you're leading, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Especially if you're in the lead and it's your choice. Most likely the coaches will tell you to take down. Or if you're behind, they'll most likely tell you to take down.
I'd
Just-
say wrestling is one of the more active sports where coaches are consistently giving instructions and yelling and telling you what to do right in the middle of your match.
Exactly. I think it's that's very helpful just because some kids sometimes don't know what to do and the coaches notice what the other player's doing when you don't. You know, so like they give you signs of what they're putting out there, like if they're putting an arm up or a leg up to do a cradle.
7-0 Betancourt whistles.
Yeah, that he had an
Infraction?
illegal head hold. Yeah, it's I don't believe it was a full Nelson, but the arm is either too high up as like a danger, or he had a hand too close to the head. The way he had the hand on the head.
I see.
Yeah.
Still 7-1. The lead for Betancourt. In command halfway through this one.
Ooh.
He's got a hold of the leg, and it's looking like a trampoline.
Oh, for sure. That guy's hopping around.
Betancourt right in front of us. Out of bounds. Kyle Garley battling, but he's found Betancourt's hands in uncomfortable positions, bounced around like a trampoline.
Yeah.
It's been a rough evening so far for him.
It sure has. It just proves that Betancourt wants to win more, so he's just putting all his effort out there and all the adrenaline he probably has going through his body. He just can't stop, you know. I mean, this is his last night as an actual senior in a dual meet, so he wants to make the best of it.
Has to mean so much.
Yeah.
4-year wrestler as well. He's been around this program, hours of work you spend in the gym for moments like this in front of hundreds of people.
Exactly. It's what this is meant for, you know. These special little moments is what all pays off for, you know.
So we are through 4 minutes, 2 more. Betancourt looking to continue to dominate this one, leading 7-0. 2 more minutes. How does Betancourt maybe try to go for the pin here and get the most points, especially because these JV matches are so close, this is so vital?
Yeah, so if you're trying to get points, most likely people try to do constant takedowns, like say a double leg or a single leg. But if you're trying to go to the pin, you try to take them down, flatten them out, and try as many different positions as you can. I mean, you can either do an armbar, chicken wing, cradle, spladle. There's all kinds of things you can do. It just depends on how the body's positioned.
Good news from the Casa Grande field. If you're a Petaluma Trojan fan, varsity girls soccer team is leading the Casa Grande Gauchos 1-0 with under 20 minutes left to go in the second half as Betancourt throws a Gaucho Garley to the ground,
Yes.
out of bounds.
The move he just did was called an Iranian.
If the varsity girls soccer team can hold on and get a victory, a shutout over the Gauchos, they will not clinch a VVAL title, but with 2 matches left in their season, all they would have to do is win against 2 teams they've already comfortably beaten to win their first ever Vine Valley Athletic League title.
Yes.
Wrestling team trying to do the same thing here tonight in the gym. So we're having an ongoing discussion with the referee and one of the assistant coaches for Petaluma.
That is Coach Eddie. He is also the boys and the girls coach. He helps Mike Butts out with the girls. He's a very, very nice guy. He also knows what he's doing a lot. He also helps the heavyweights.
It's not just head coach Paul Schlosser that helps out the team, especially with a big team. You need a lot of coaches to help out.
Yeah, I appreciate every coach that's ever came into our room. They've inspired me in so many different ways, and I know they inspired the rest of the crew.
Betancourt throwing Garley to the ground.
Betancourt's definitely not letting go. Okay, well, he didn't let go, but
That's the announcer's jig, Sarah. We all get it.
I know.
But still 10-1 Betancourt, as you were saying. He showed no mercy in this one. 30 seconds left. Betancourt well on his way to a victory, and with Petaluma leading 33-15 at the moment, they're going to extend their lead to the biggest of the night here in JV.
That was a nice ankle pick by Jacob. Very smooth.
Betancourt on top. Under 10 to go. 12-7. 12-1 the score, I should say. Nearly got a a 15-plus victory, which would have been 5 points, but he'll get 4 points for his effort. A great performance there by Betancourt, wasn't it? He was really
Yes, of
dominant
course.
over Garley.
Yeah, he came out very aggressive, and he did the best he could, and he sure did great.
We will continue in JV. We only have 2 more JV matches remaining, and we'll see one more senior for
Yes.
Petaluma on this senior night. Parker Loden takes on Jacob Isola at the 162.
Yes. Parker Loden is also a first-year wrestler as a senior, so tonight will definitely be remarkable for him as the season comes to an end.
Another special night for one of 13 seniors on this Petaluma wrestling team. Oh, Loden sprung out like a bug and nearly made himself fall over.
Oh, yeah. Parker's a little clumsy, but otherwise he's pretty good on his feet.
Oh, you can see the footwork.
There you
He's
go.
quickly active.
Ooh.
They'll be out of bounds. Loden aggressive early
Oh, yeah.
on Isola.
Yes, they both came out very aggressive, so we'll see who wants it more.
We've seen a lot of aggressive matches. The adrenaline, the energy has definitely been a factor in a lot of these.
That's for sure. A lot of people that come here would say see aggressive matches, but like to see action happen, you know?
Yeah, 500 people, well, not five, about 300, 200 people fill this gym. They don't want to be bored. They want to be excited.
Exactly. When that guy's standing up tall like that, Parker needs to lower his level and take a shot.
Isola instead trying to take a shot, but Betancourt
Ooh.
grabbing the back of him, throwing him to the ground, getting him in a pin position.
Go, Parker!
Isola squirming away and trying to stay alive. Loden now will be taken down himself, trying to keep that back up to avoid a pin. 2 points for the reversal.
He's definitely got to
Loden
keep
in a
fighting.
danger position.
He's got to get his arm out by the head. He's got to just keep turning and get out. He's got a bloody nose right now.
Loden
Someone's got to call time. Wait.
squirming, escaping. We're tied here at 2 with 20 seconds left in the first.
Yeah.
A painful position for Loden, but
Yeah.
he's just keeping his back up.
Loden's just got to keep fighting and try to turn to his stomach.
10 seconds left here for Loden to survive.
He's just got to keep fighting.
That is the end of 1. Loden able to hold on. He was really aggressive at a good start, but Isola was able to turn around second half of that first.
Yeah, that's for sure. He definitely did turn around, and I think he noticed that Parker did come out aggressive, and he realized he needed to be a little more aggressive than he was being.
Nice adjustments made by both, and we'll see how both decide to change here in the second. 5-2, Isola leads.
So Loden's taking down. He's either gonna want to stand up or try to get a reversal.
Some housekeeping before we resume the second. Live here from the Petaluma High School gym, it's Casa Grande versus Petaluma in Egg Bowl Wrestling.
That's the first time I've heard of that.
So Isola continuing to be the aggressor from the first.
He saw him grab onto the headgear. That's a penalty when you grab onto anywhere on someone's headgear.
Yeah, that's Loden nearly ran into Isola.
It
That is
happens.
grabbing onto the headgear, a recipe for disaster. Appreciate comments coming in. Feel free to continue commenting in our live chat.
Parker's trying to grip onto that leg as hard as he can. Right now, he's just going to try to look away and not get pinned.
All Isola so far to start the second, but it's only 6-2. Loden is hanging around.
Do you want me to go tell him that time? Are you sure? Okay.
Loden in a danger position. He's been pinned. Isola turned that match around in a hurry. Impressive job.
Yeah, definitely. He came out there not as aggressive, but by the last of the first half, he definitely came out aggressive. Parker Loden did fight good, though.
That will be the end of the senior's career. A tough way to end it, but we're not done just yet with JV. We have one final matchup at the 172 as we're going to see Ryan Castiglia take on Steven Isaacs.
I want to say Ryan is a sophomore, but I am not positive.
I think you're right, but I'm also not positive.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to a lot of the new kids that joined the team this year.
But another new wrestler in a big moment in front of a lot of fans.
Of course, everyone can prove how well, he can prove how well our coaches coach him, and how much work he's put in this year. I definitely look forward to seeing him next year.
Future is bright, no doubt. The Trojans are going to win these JV matches. They're leading 37-21. And only a few forfeits. Petaluma forfeiting 1. Casa forfeiting 2 matches.
Yeah.
It's led to a lot of good, high-quality matches. We've seen 2 go to overtime here in JV. And this is the future. You'll see a lot of these wrestlers duking it out in the years to come as Casa faces Petaluma and likely will continue to be deciding VVAL titles.
Yeah.
Castiglia somehow spinning away. He was nearly in a pin position, and now Isaacs is on the bottom. 2 points to Castiglia for the takedown, and he has the lead.
He's definitely trying to keep his opponent off his leg right now. And trying to get behind just like that.
Castiglia throwing Isaacs to the ground.
First root drop we've seen him tonight.
Trying to rinse and repeat. Isaacs holding on for dear life. 42 seconds remain and counting in the first. 2-0. Castiglia leads in this final JV match. We'll have the Varsity girls coming up next.
Yes. I believe one of the girls that are wrestling are Logan Pomey, but I am not positive.
See Logan Pomey, Brooklyn Shattuck. We'll get the full lineups introduced. The Varsity girls team undefeated in VVAL. And a chance for a league title, but Casa's got some pretty good wrestlers of their own.
They sure do. I believe the best wrestler on Casa for the girls is Lily McCoy. I believe she's 2nd or 5th in state. She placed last year.
Yeah, placed 5th in state last year and is currently ranked 2nd in her weight class in state this year as a senior.
Yeah. Lily is definitely an inspiration to other girls. She works her butt off out of any girl I've ever known, and I'm proud to have her as my friend. But so have the girls on Petaluma team. They work so hard to be where they are. Brooklyn went to state last year as a freshman.
Yeah, Brooklyn Shattuck you got to see, and she's going to be at that same level as McCoy, no doubt. She won state as an 8th grader. She's amazingly talented.
Yes, she is.
And you're not seeing anything because Ryan Castiglia is getting his nose operated on. A little bit of blood. You can't wrestle with any blood. And were you here for the vintage match?
I was not. What happened?
Well, Max Shattuck had the most blood and stoppages I've ever seen in a match. If you missed Petaluma's victory over vintage, which was a lot of fun, Max Shattuck was able to win, but man, it must have been stopped 5 times because his nose wouldn't stop bleeding.
Wow.
And the I'm not sure what you call them, that you put in your nose.
The nose plugs,
a nose plug to stop the bleeding. Did it? Yeah, you need to keep them in the middle of the ring. They're drifting out. I can't see anything. And when there's find something when there's nothing happening, not empty mat.
I believe the only other match I've been to this year was against Napa. I forget who had to, but they had to mummy wrap his nose.
Yeah, they had to do that with Max Shattuck as well. You can forfeit if you have too much stoppage time due to injury.
That's true.
Or bleeding. So that's why often they have to mummy wrap.
Mm-hmm. Ryan right now is fighting very hard. He's trying to get He got the point for escaping.
Nice job by Isaacs to fight back here. He only trails by 2.
I think they're both equal in strength right now. I think that's kind of why it's hard for some of them to take down the other, you know?
Oh, Castiglia tried to be the aggressor, and it's cost him. Isaacs has pinned him. The Casa bench exploding, back-to-back victories at the end here for the Gauchos.
Yeah.
Petaluma is going to win in JV, but it was close.
Yes.
And a lot of good matches here tonight.
For sure, Ryan definitely did fight hard.
So a little JV recap. It started off with Sam Verlis getting a hard-fought victory in overtime over Dylan Baltazar. Asher King responded with a quick pin for Petaluma. Riddick James won a nice marathon match as well in overtime. Sam Skinner got the pin of Peter Vitale. Nathan Turner, the senior, had a sweet moment with the pin as the senior. Jacob Betancourt also with a clinical, comfortable victory. Parker Loden was pinned by Jacob Isola, and Ryan Castiglia pinned by Steven Isaacs. We're going to listen in to the introductions of the Varsity Girls team.
In the state of California, and that's their own sport. So I'm here to promote what's going on. These girls have their own tournaments. They have their own battles. They train with the boys. I'm not afraid to say wrestling might have been invented by men, but it was perfected by women. That's right. But we need more of you to come out. Don't be afraid. The coaches here will train you, and you can be tested for greatness. So keep that in mind. Starting at 100
We're just going to have to guess.
we have a double forfeit. On up to 235 pounds. She's ranked number 4 in the state, number 8 in the nation.
I love that one.
We're going in at 101 pounds. From Petaluma, Amelia Grevin will receive a forfeit.
Billy Grevin is a freshman this year. She's wrestling 101 and she's from 1977.
At 106 pounds. She qualified for state at 101s last year. Brooklyn Shattuck. Petaluma High needs a girl, so does Casa, for 111 pounds. Back up, we have 116 pounds from Petaluma, CC Neubauer Haas. At 121 pounds, Casa needs a girl, because Petaluma has Kim Larson. Both these teams get 128 pounders. At 131 pounds from Petaluma, Shaylin Baker will receive a forfeit. At 138 pounds from Petaluma, Adriana Boras will receive a forfeit. Not to disappoint, we're going to start wrestling at 145 pounds. From Casa Grande, Aurora Vieira. She will be beating up the Petaluma's Logan.
This match I am very excited for. They are both very good wrestlers.
Tonight, Casa Grande brings Skylar Finley. She will be beating up the Petaluma's freshman, Maldonado.
So there you have it. That is the Varsity Girls lineup for tonight. Casa with a smaller team. Petaluma, even they're all underclassmen, which
Yes.
is remarkable. It says a lot about this Varsity Girls squad, and they barely had to forfeit anything. They nearly filled a full Varsity Girls team.
Definitely, the girls on our team, they work hard, but so do the girls on Casa, you know. I mean, they all improve in tournaments. They all place I'm really excited to see the matches tonight between all of them. I mean, I've personally wrestled Aurora before, who's wrestling Logan Pomey, and she puts up a good fight. So does Logan, though. She fights very hard. She comes out aggressive, and I'm excited.
Yeah, so we'll see 2 matches on the varsity girls lever. Skylar Finley and Maldonado for Petaluma as well. And the huge cheer, one of the loudest cheers of the night, for Lillian McCoy, 8th in the country. Yeah, she's remarkable, isn't she?
She is so inspirational towards other women who don't do wrestling. I mean, she is someone that I look up to, and any of the girls on my team look up to. She puts all the effort in like any other girl, but I believe she puts more in than the normal.
2-time state qualifier, 5th in state last year, currently ranked 2nd in the state, 8th in the country. And we won't unfortunately get to see her wrestle because Petaluma doesn't have any heavies.
I know.
But just great to even see her, and it will be fun to follow her at CIF in Bakersfield this year.
Definitely.
See how
I'm
she
excited.
does.
I'm excited to see her wrestle there.
So we'll have a couple forfeits.
This
Petaluma varsity girls, again, have not lost all year. Their closest match was against Vintage, which also had a very good team, and it was tied. It went down. Petaluma won based on criteria.
Yeah.
So the Trojans, with the victory tonight, will be undefeated in league, and they can go into the VVAL championships. Heavy favorites to bring home the first ever pennant, as you're going to see a couple forfeits here. Casa will start it off. Here comes Lillian McCoy. Gauchos have had a lot of success as well, though, not just with McCoy. They have some excellent wrestlers as well. And after this, you'll see varsity boys, really the matches that everyone has been especially hyped about. We have a full slate, full 13 varsity boys matches between Casa Grande and Petaluma to decide the VVAL title.
Yeah.
It's going to get loud and crazy in here.
It's definitely going to in a little bit.
Amelia Grevin, a very talented freshman. She went to state last year at the junior high, which also has a great program.
Yes. She did very well. Brooklyn Shattuck. She is also a freshman, went to state last year. I mean, she inspires women, anyone else that does wrestling, just like Lillian does. She puts so much work in, and she deserves everything that happens to her.
Yeah, Shattuck has been dominant this year. Justin Sienna doesn't have a boys team, so last week she wrestled against the boys and won.
Yeah.
Petaluma's 60-12 victory over Justin Sienna last week, their last league match. Brooklyn hasn't lost a match in VVAL all season long. She had a thriller, though, against Vintage, and that'll be interesting. She'll face that same girl from Vintage likely in the championships of the Vine Valley, and that should be very, very interesting.
Exactly. All these girls are on both teams. They put just as much effort in as the guys do, and I think they deserve more credit than they get.
Absolutely, and it's not, this is the first year that Petaluma has separately fielded a girls team that wrestles separately from the boys team. That is to say a
because
lot.
we finally have enough girls to have our own team, Let's
Very
go, Logan!
All right, here we go. First and penultimate varsity girls match. It's Logan Pomey and Aurora Viria.
Yes, her last name's a little hard to pronounce.
145.
Yes, the one thing that I've noticed about Aurora and Logan is they are both very aggressive wrestlers when they get out on the mat, and they do not let go no matter what. Honestly, they are both stronger than they look. I'll tell you that now.
Pomey, a sophomore, the younger sister of Derek Pomey, one of the team captains.
Yep.
What does Pomey learn from her brother that she translates on the wrestling mat, do you think?
How to be aggressive and how to keep on going even if you're tired. And especially the leadership has definitely rubbed off on Logan. Logan's a very good leader for the girls' team, and I wouldn't have picked anyone else but her and Brooke.
Infraction there, but no points.
Yes.
1 minute gone here in this first round of action between Pomey and Varia.
This is also a special night for Aurora because she is a senior for Casa Grande.
Final duel match of the year, not too many remaining.
Yes.
Homie's had quite a year. First place at the Vallejo High tournament for the varsity girls. Took 5th at the San Leandro High Invitational, both of those back in December. And Pomey has not dropped a VVAL girls match yet. She is looking like she'll have a good shot at being a champion in a week and a half at American Canyon.
Exactly. Tonight, both their talents are going to be put up to the test.
Very much could meet again in a week and a half.
Exactly, yeah.
Staring each other down, eye to eye.
Yeah.
Cagey start to this one. No scores. We are reaching the end of the first. 5 seconds left. That will do it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Both very cagey, no points. What adjustments do you want to see from both here to come out on top?
What I want to see coming from Logan is what I noticed is that she's staying about the same height as Aurora, and she needs to just get a little lower so she can take that shot and she'll have a chance. And the one thing I noticed from Aurora, she's doing the same exact thing. They're literally staring at each other in the eye. The key you want to do is look at their hips so you can see when they're going to take a shot instead of looking at their face, you know? And Logan's usually very good at that. I think sometimes some girls can just be a little intimidating. But Logan herself is intimidating to other girls. So, I mean, she has no reason to be intimidated, you know?
Very intense style of wrestling and an intense personality to boot as well. Homie on top here, but still no score. Minute 30 gone.
Pomey,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Appreciate all the comments coming in. We've got someone tuning in all the way from southern Georgia. We got a lot of Casa Grande fans who are commenting as well, and we're happy to bring this one to you. If you missed any of the matches, they will be up on the Trojan Live Petaluma High School YouTube channel.
Make sure to subscribe and like.
Yeah, subscribe as well, and I'll be at the VVAL Championships in a week and a half, so whether you're a Casa or a Petaluma fan, I'll have wall-to-wall coverage of that as well, and that'll be posted on our YouTube channel about a day after, likely, so you can check it out there.
Yes.
And finally, we have points as Maria with the reversal, and she takes a 3-0 lead.
Yes.
Pomey need to be more aggressive here. It felt like she sat back a little bit.
Oh, yeah, she definitely needs to. She's definitely got her head in the game, but she needs to just be a little more aggressive. I think right now she might just be a little tired, so she can't put as much aggressiveness into it. But right now I think she's doing good. She's holding her own, you know, and she's trying her best, and that's all that really matters.
25 seconds left in the second. Still 3-0. Pomey also some varsity softball team as a freshman. Lots of strength. Well conditioned, but she's going to have to battle through some fatigue here if she wants to come back.
Yeah.
So we've reached 4 minutes, still 3-0. Not a surprise, Maria will start on the bottom, try to get a victory here in the varsity girls level. It will be a special moment for the senior gaucho in this east side versus west side rivalry, two schools that hate each other.
Yeah.
Every match so vital.
Exactly.
So much.
Let's go, Logan!
Pomey trying to get something going. She also finished 4th at Queen of the Mat in Pittsburgh over winter break. And she'll get the escape to finally get on the board.
Yeah.
Still trailing by 2.
If she wants to tie, she's gonna have to do either a takedown or two to get either tied or ahead.
Jim quieting down to let these two experts in girls wrestling sort out their thoughts and moves.
Yeah, I think this is the first time a couple people have seen girls wrestle, you know, in their lifetime, and I think it's very interesting because girls can be just as aggressive as boys.
It's definitely when you talk about wrestling, it's often assumed that just boys do it.
Exactly, yeah.
Palmy in trouble. Maria's got her in her clutches.
She's got her in a tight cradle right now. But Logan, she got out of it, thank God.
Palmy swerves away. She's got under a minute, however, and she's fallen back even farther, trailing by 7. This has been clinical by Maria. She's really controlled this.
Oh, yes, she has. She has definitely taken control of the situation, but Logan is trying her hardest.
"30 seconds left. Palmy at the bottom. There's some big seniors on. Last year on the girls' team, Sydney Diaz led them. And how much did they help teach a lot of these sophomore girls now?
Sydney Diaz has definitely influenced all the girls that have left to carry her legacy. She proved how hard it was to work and how much effort she puts in the time of day. Like, she even took the spot of a varsity boy last year. And I think that proved to all of us that we can also do it as well as long as we push as hard as she did, you know.
All right. That is the end of this one. 7-0. We're gonna get a parent through on camera, which is delightful. So thank you so much. But Palmy falls to Maria 7-0. An excellent job by the Gaucho senior.
Yes, of course. They both fought very hard, and I know sometimes it can be discouraging, but either way, you can always learn from real losses, you know.
A tough loss to the sophomore went to state as an 8th grader.
Yeah.
She'll look to rebound. Gauchos get the first victory in varsity girls. Petaluma, by way of forfeit, is going to be able to get a victory here and go to undefeated in VVAL, but they'll have to see how they do against Vintage in a week and a half to see if they can take home a league pennant.
Exactly.
All right, one final varsity girls match here at the 152. What are you looking for here?
I'm sorry, I
Carla
don't know.
Maldonado,
Carla,
Skylar
yes.
Finley.
Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her her last name. Carla, she is a first-year wrestler. This is her first year wrestling. And since I was supposed to be her workout partner, and I've worked out with her a couple times, she is pretty aggressive when she knows what she's doing, and when she's got something going, she doesn't let it go. And I've actually never seen Skylar wrestle, so I'm very excited to see her wrestle, you know. I think it's an even match.
That bodes well, as both sizing each other up here early.
Yeah. The one thing Carla needs to work on is lowering her level so she can get a shot. As you can hear Butts yelling already at her. I mean, go Carla!
Nearly got the leg of Finley and threw her to the floor. Finley doing a nice job tapping her back leg out of bounds. Getting the reset.
Yes.
Varsity boys coming up after this. Stick around for that.
Snap, Carla!
Maldonado has got Finley in the pin. Finley squirming away.
Go behind! Actually, yeah, you would suck her in.
And Finley again just able to get away. I appreciate the Gaucho parent who volunteered a couple minutes to help run camera while our cameraman took a bathroom break.
That was nice of her.
And already a long evening.
Ooh.
And the premier event of the night
Yes.
is still to come.
Get behind, Carla! Right now, Carla. Oh,
Maldonado
no.
leading 4-0.
She's got to keep circling towards the head if she wants to get her to turn.
Finley has been on the end of it. Finley in the pin. Maldonado
Come
trying
on,
to finish
Carla!
her. The buzzer is getting close. And that will be the end of one.
Carla's definitely came out more aggressive than Finley has, I believe.
So Maldonado leading 7-0, comfortably in front 2 minutes in. How's she finish off Finley?
Yeah, she's definitely improved since the first time I've ever wrestled with her. She's become way more aggressive, and her technique has gotten better.
Finley will get out of the corner of the mat. What has Coach Butts done for this girls program and helping improve them?
He has definitely treated us just like the boys, pushed us, doesn't matter, you know, like he did his best. And I believe all the girls he's ever had as a coach definitely appreciate him. Even though sometimes he can be hard on us, it's just because he wants us to improve and he wants to see us win, you know. And I believe he's definitely made the girls program grow.
He's done a remarkable job. He's the head coach of the girls squad. Locking of the hands, which is a violation. It'll be 1 for Finley to get her on the, or I'm sorry, 1 for Maldonado. So the locking hands by Finley and increases the lead. Now we've got a conversation with the refs in this packed gym, barely a seat to be had. Green and gold on one side, purple and white on the other.
Carla! She can't hear me. Sorry about that.
And more people have continued to file in as the evening's gone on.
Don't reach. There you go, Carla! Carla with the escape.
Maldonado has done an excellent job dealing with Finley so far.
Carla, lower your level!
Eight 0 clinical so far by Maldonado as Palmy dropped the first varsity girls match, and Maldonado trying to get the revenge. And we'll split the 2 competitive matches. That would certainly mean a lot for Petaluma.
It sure would.
Trojans got forfeits from Kim Larson, who last name might sound familiar, younger sister of Michelle Larson, who is probably the ultimate legend of Petaluma girls wrestling.
Definitely she placed second in state. I'm pretty sure she placed second in NCS all 4 years of her high school. She always came to second to this girl from Rancho named Vicky. They are both very talented girls.
Maldonado's got Finley in the pin.
Tee off, Carla!
Finley's done a nice job just a couple times being able to roll out of it. So we're reaching the final seconds of the second. 10-0, Maldonado in front.
Come on, Carla!
That is the end of 2.
Yes.
With Maldonado in front. Dominance by Carla Maldonado.
For sure.
As we have 2 more minutes left to go here.
Carla's either got to break her down and pin her, or she's going to try to go for the points and just keep her down as long as she can. Keep her down, Carla!
Maldonado trying to continue to dominate Finley. She hasn't. Finley really has not been able to get into this match much at all.
Right now, she's just got to figure out what side she's going to turn to and get on it and just crank it, for the half. Right now, she just got to get behind. She's got to,
Petaluma JV took the victory over Casa previously. We almost had a full slate of JV matches and a lot of good close matches. You can go back and watch. Trojans in the end were the victors. Maldonado's got Finley in the pin. Is this
Carla's
finally
definitely
the
just got
time?
to keep it there and get both of her shoulders down. Carla has definitely improved this year. Tee off, Carla! Right now, she's just got to tee off and...
There is the pin. What an effort
Go,
by Carla
Carla!
Maldonado. And she will get a varsity girls win in senior night for many. Only a freshman, though. She gets a huge victory. And in the end, it will be 1-1 for competitive matches for both sides. If you want, it's up to you. All right, so we are going to see the varsity boys coming up. If you're just joining us, I'm Griffin Epstein.
I'm Sarah Cook-Markovich.
And it's been an exciting evening so far, but a lot of the hype, a lot of the build-up, all the students, these next 13 matches are why they're here in the end.
Definitely. I really hope everyone in the stands from both sides is cheering on each team member, and they just get the adrenaline to either pin either one, you know, and I think it's going to be very exciting.
We're going to let you listen in to Coach Butts, who's doing the PA tonight, to give you the starting lineups for the varsity boys Egg Bowl Wrestling.
Caleb Wood.
Go, Derek!
197 pounds. From Casa Grande, Justin Knopp. Petaloma's Jack Santos.
Let's go, Jack!
At 220 pounds, Casa Grande brings Connor Gloucester. He will be meeting up with Max Heine. On up to heavyweights. From Casa Grande, Jack Barris. He will be meeting up with Petaluma's Derek Honey.
Let's go, Honey!
On up to our lightweights. From Casa Grande, Liam Walsh. He'll be beating up with Petaluma's Nick Trey.
Let's go, Nick!
At 15 pounds from Casa Grande, Colin Hilliard. From Petaluma, Colin Ferrero.
Go, Colin!
At 122 pounds from Casa Grande, Ryan Noggle. He will be meeting up with Petaluma's Charlie Winter. 128 pounds, Casa brings Victor Medina. He'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Dominic Butts.
Go, Dom!
132 pounds, Casa brings Joe McGuire. Petaluma sending out Matt Shattuck. At 140 pounds, from Casa, Trevor Chavez. He'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Lucas Betancourt. 147 pounds, from Casa, Ethan Falkenberg. He'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Liam O'Neill.
Go, Liam!
154 pounds, Casa brings Cole Cooper. He'll be meeting up with Petaloma's Connor Henderson. At 162 pounds,
You are looking forward to seeing.
Casa brings Zach Bell. He'll be meeting up with Petaluma's Colton Freeman.
Let's go, Colton!
Their last match of the evening from Casa, 172 pounds, Tanner McKinney.
This is going to be
They
a
will
good
be
match.
meeting up with Petaluma's Tony Vitale.
Let's go, Tony!
Captains, coaches to the middle.
All right, Sarah. Those were 13 full matches, full lineups. Every single wrestler out there has experienced. Many of them have wrestled since they were in diapers for a moment like this.
Yes.
How do you deal with probably the biggest match of your life?
Like I said before, with this, you just got to go in with that mentality that you're going to do good and you're going to win, whether you win by default, pin, points. I mean, you just got to go in there with the mindset that I'm better than they are, you know? You just got to prove it, and especially with all these boys out here, they all work so hard, and I've known them since 7th grade. I've wrestled with them since 8th grade, and I have never seen anyone improve more than they have. And like my coach said earlier when he was announcing them, it's a special group of boys, you know, that come around every once in a
Yep.
while.
Every
And
20 years, he said.
yeah, I mean, this is definitely a special group of boys that neither coaches are ever going to forget.
13 seniors, 9 seniors on this varsity lineup, back-to-back Sonoma County League titles, and now with a victory tonight, in all likelihood, a Vine Valley Athletic League title.
Yeah, I really hope they get it because Petaluma definitely deserves the credit. Whether
Yeah,
they
it's-
win or not, they should get the recognition, you know?
It's been a long road for Coach Slosher to build up this program,
Oh,
but it's been for a
definitely.
moment like this.
Yeah, not going to lie, I saw Slosher a little nervous about tonight, but I know he believes in the boys and girls he coaches, and he wouldn't want anyone else.
Yeah, and all signs point towards this being a very close match. Casa has talked about this is all they've wanted their season. They want a victory tonight, and they knew this match was going to side VVAL. And Petaluma, they want a league title too. It's going to come against the Gauchos. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Here we go. Varsity boys, we're underway. Derek Pomey, one of the captains at 184 against Caleb Wood, and this was one of the matches you were looking forward to, Sarah.
Yes, this is definitely one of my favorite ones. I've seen Pomey wrestled since 7th grade, and he's improved so much, just like my coach said. He bounces from whatever weight class you want him to be at, and he succeeds whatever weight class he's at. And he's definitely proven that he deserves to be here, just like anyone else. And this will definitely be a special moment for either senior tonight. But whoever wins, I believe that they deserved it, you know? Like right off the bat, they both came out very aggressive.
2 points for the escape for Wood. Pomey's in a dangerous position, having to
Come on,
swerve
Pomey, you got a
away.
kick!
You cannot afford a pin because it's going to be very close. As Pomey does a nice job with the escape,
Definitely.
but still trailing 5-0. But even if you can't win a match, keeping it close is so important because all indications have it that this is going to come down to a couple matches, a couple points.
Exactly. It's really going to. I mean, preferably if someone from Petaluma does end up losing, I'd rather them lose by attack than pin. Because then it gives them a chance to catch up.
Wood takes down Pomey again. 30 seconds remain. 5-0 Caleb Wood, 2 experienced seniors. Some of the best Petaluma wrestling has to offer.
Exactly.
Trojan crowd trying to encourage on Pomey, but he's on the back foot early here. What's he need to do?
He needs to just come out more aggressive than he was. He needs to be more aggressive and make Caleb realize that he deserves to be on this mat. He doesn't, you know? I mean, Pomey's doing a very good job at trying to escape. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I feel like...
What a monster
Whoa.
throw! Ouch! Pomey holding his head. You worry about that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure his shoulder, he also had his shoulder at the same time, and that's illegal to have. And Pomey got slammed right on the back of his head, and I won't be surprised if Pomey does not get back up and fight, but I really hope he does.
That is
You know?
not what you want to see at all.
No, but that was a hard hit.
Yeah, you could hear it as
Yes.
Woods threw Pomey to the ground, and now Pomey is looking up at Coach Schlosser, but holding his head again. And with all the concern about concussions in sports, it's hard to imagine allowing them to play. And I don't know who this man is, but he is looking at head coach Paul Schlosser and vehemently shaking his head as in, no, you should not continue having Derek Pomey out there.
Are you talking about the guy in the black sweatshirt?
Yes.
That's his father.
Oh,
That's Derek's father.
Yes.
Yes. That's
That-
Mr. Pomey.
That would be a proponent to not have Pomey continue as much as you want this for the senior leader. And this has to
course.
be hard for him.
But, I mean, Pomey's just got to take a minute, to recuperate himself. He got slammed pretty hard. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be scared too,
Surprised there if that you didn't call a penalty, as you said, they grabbing the shoulder.
Well, when a penalty is when you redrop someone, you're not allowed to have a hand like this or anything, So, I think that's what happened. Also, because he got slammed on his head, it was too hard of a hit, so they will call a penalty for being too rough. It's all right, Pomey.
So a rough way to go out on his senior night for Pomey. You can see the frustration, thrown down, hit in the head. And as he walks off near us, he looks very woozy. That
very
might want to check
dazed.
him out after.
Yes.
You always worry about a concussion or any other type of head injury
Yeah,
as a
he's-
major concern.
He's definitely got to go sit down right now and drink some water and try to concentrate. Not totally look around, but, just concentrate.
So Caleb Wood will get the victory to start, and we'll move to 197, which is probably the Trojans' weakest spot at the heavies. Trojans excel especially at the lights. However, Jack Santos has been big for Petaluma at 197. First, though,
It's
we're
Jack
going to
right now.
go, I guess they skip 197.
Oh, they might have changed it, switched them around. I don't
Okay.
know.
So we will see 197 with Jack Santos. We're going to go to 220, where we're going to see Connor Gloucester and Max Jaime Uncherendo.
Yes.
And one of the more inexperienced varsity wrestlers for Petaluma.
Yes. I have not seen him wrestle this year, but I'm looking forward to it. This Connor, though, he is a very aggressive wrestler from Casa. He has done very well over the years he's been wrestling. And I'm excited to see if Max can handle it.
Quick start for Gloucester.
Yes.
Takes the aggressiveness, and if you're Jaime Ancherino has to be the underdog in this one. I think the goal is, as we said earlier, don't get pinned, have a hard-fought battle,
Yeah.
and maybe you're not able to win, but you're at least able
You got to just
to
keep fighting.
save some points for your team.
Exactly.
It's Petaluma less depth at the heavyweight position.
Yes.
Able to fill classes, but Jaime Ancherino's already in a pinned position, and he's in trouble, and he's been
It's
quickly
all right. It
disposed
happens.
of.
Yeah. So right now it's 12-0 Casa, correct?
Yeah, the Gauchos off to a very quick start. As Wood getting the victory for Pomey through the injury, and Gloucester with the pin.
Yes.
And I was about to mention it, Jack Santos has really stepped up at the heavyweight position. He's had a
he
great
definitely
year
has.
this year.
Last year, I believe he was wrestling 165, 170, and he bumped all the way up to 197s. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's because of football, because of how much muscle he gained, but
Yep.
I mean, still, he's really improved, and I'm very excited for this match as well.
Santos will face Justin Nagel, who is the senior co-captain for the Gauchos. More experience. Santos has not lost a match in VVAL all season long. So this is going to be a battle between two outstanding wrestlers and possibly a rematch in the VVAL championship.
Definitely. Jack's really good at being aggressive and keeping his own, whether he gets taken down or not. He always bounces back. So I'm excited to see Jack, no matter what happens, to see him win this.
And what's the strategy here at a heavier weight?
So usually when you're a heavyweight or like a class or two below a heavyweight, if you're smaller like Jack is, if you're just tall and your weight's more balanced out, you want to work more on like shots. and takedowns. But when it comes to people like Derek Honey, who's actually heavyweight, you're going to want to do like throws and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's one of them where they're big enough, if you get them on the ground, it's hard to get them back up.
Exactly. I mean, there was this one year, I think Daniel Pacheco, I'm sorry.
Yes.
He was our heavyweight, and I went to a tournament, and he got redropped. Like, it was amazing.
As Santos is taken down by Nagel after he tried to get offensive.
Yeah. Jack's just got to...
Nagel throws him to the ground again.
He's just got to keep standing up and trying to get out. He's got to pop his head out at the same, just like that. Let's go, Jack!
So, we're going to try to clarify this later, Sarah, but after that Derek Povey match, at least at the moment, they gave the points to Petaluma.
Oh, they did?
And they did raise Pomey's hand at the end.
Wait, I didn't notice. Did they raise Pomey's hand?
They did. So
oh, you know what I think it is? I think they might have gave it technically to him because the other guy injured him. You know, I think that's what it is, but I'm definitely not positive.
We'll try to clarify that for you before the night is over, but it looks like it is not 12-0. It's 6-6, which is a huge difference.
Yes. That means it's anyone's game right now.
Absolutely.
It's fair game.
Yeah, Petaluma would not want to fall behind 12-0. That would hurt.
Let's go, Jack!
Santos is battling here. Spinning away.
Change your level, Jack!
Been a cagey match here as we approach the halfway point of the second.
Yeah, it looks like they're both, there goes Jack trying to go for a leg, but I don't think he went low enough to get it. He just kind of reached. I can tell by how the other teammate from Casa is going head-to-head with him. He's trying to throw him.
This match is going to be very vital to deciding who's the VVAL champion.
Yeah. The kid from Casa, he's soon going to get a stalling point on him because all he's doing is just going for the head. And Jack, he keeps changing his level and trying to go for the legs.
Santos
Let's
going
go,
for
Jack!
the legs. He's got Nagel in a vertical position, lifting his head up and trying to muscle Nagel backwards. This is where the work and the weight training pays off. We're going to have to reset. No points awarded. 20 seconds left in the second, and this is a tight one. Nagel was named the MVP of the Gaucho wrestling team last year, but Santos is challenging one of the best Gaucho wrestlers, only a sophomore in Jack Santos. He's on the varsity football team, though, has amazing strength, and it has really paid off this year for him. Now he's got the most important 2 minutes of his wrestling career. What does he need to do to come out with a W?
He's just got to keep him down and try to either pin him or just keep doing combinations to where he'll keep getting points. Right now, I think Jack has a very good chance at keeping him down. He's very good on top. He has this certain move, what he always do, but I forgot what it's called.
Santos trying to get Nagel's leg. Nagel, excellent strength to stay on top of Santos.
There you go, Jack, drive!
And not get thrown on his back, which is exactly
Keep
what you don't want to
driving!
be in wrestling. 1 point for the escape and one vital point for the escape. 1:25 and counting left. It's 3-2. Santos won at the American Canyon Wolfpack Invitational a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And he's been pretty dominant in his match. It's been a long time since he's lost even one, but he's going up against one of the better wrestlers in the area, Justin Nagel, here at 197.
Definitely.
We've seen this story before. Nagel on top of
Jack,
Santos.
get off your knees!
But Santos trying to get in the offensive position as they're going to be out of bounds right in front of us. Coach is giving Santos instruction Head coach Luis Chavez for Casa Grande as well, instructing his co-captain Justin Nagel.
I believe what Coach Eddie is trying to tell Jack is when he goes to shoot, he keeps his head down instead of up, so it's harder to get all the momentum to go towards the person.
40 seconds left, or Nagel could get a huge victory for the Gauchos. They stand back up.
Short
Does
time,
Santos
Jack!
have a surge? He's got to get aggressive.
You gotta go, Jack!
Nagel trying to stay up. He nearly
on,
got
Jack!
30 seconds remaining here. Nagel on top of Santos. 20 seconds remain. Santos got to go. 13 seconds.
Short
Santos
time,
gonna pull
Jack!
a trick out of his head. He goes for the leg.
Keep going!
But Nagel is staying firm. 5 seconds left.
Come on, Jack!
That will do it. What a victory by Justin Nagel. And a hard fought, but in the end a defeat for the talented sophomore Jack Santos. He won't have to worry about Nagel next year at least.
You know, Jack did his best, and you know what I like about him is he always fights no matter what.
So Casa will take the lead 12-6 as we head to the heavyweight.
Now we have Derek Honey and Jack Ferris for heavyweight.
And Trojans would like to have something from Honey, who's
Definitely.
a junior and has been in the heavyweight spot the last couple years for Petaluma. So hard to fill, but
Yeah.
Casa also filling it with Jack Ferris.
Come on, Honey! I gotta say about Derek, though, is when he gets mad, he gets aggressive. Like, he gets strong.
We'll see if facing Petaluma's biggest rival makes him mad. He's quickly trailing 2-0 though on a takedown.
Definitely. He's just gotta work his hardest, try to get up, and just try not to get tired, you know? He just gotta try his best, and like how this guy's doing right now. See, Honey's trying to roll him, but the guy's just good at staying on top. Build your feet!
We talked about it. Once they're on the ground, it's so hard.
It's really hard
for
to
them
get,
to back up, especially
exactly.
when you're well over 200 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Honey doesn't even look that big. It's just so much muscle he has. Come on,
Honey
Honey!
got turned. He's in a bad spot, and it becomes bad to worse in a flurry, a pin, and right now, Casa in command after the heavies.
Yes.
Jack Ferris with the pin, and Trojans are yet to win a match.
Now we're on to the lightweights.
And Petaluma badly needs a victory. It feels like right now just for momentum.
They definitely do. Like, right now it's Nick Trave and Liam Walsh. Nick Trave is very talented. I believe he's gone to nationals a couple times, and he's placed at really big tournaments.
Yeah, Trave, we talked about some of these Petaluma wrestlers wrestling since diapers. Trave is one of them.
Yeah.
His father owns a wrestling academy, and Trave is one of the best in the biz.
Yeah, he definitely brings something to the Petaluma team we haven't seen for a long time. And he's very, as you can see, he might be small, but he is super aggressive.
So technical, so good with his feet as well.
Oh.
He faces Liam Walsh here at the 108. Trave, undefeated in VVAL, coming in.
Nick is very
Trave,
precise with an
impressive move.
Let's go, Trave!
Swerving away, but the takedown on Walsh. Trave finished 7th at the prestigious Tim Brown Invitational in Sacramento. He throws Walsh down. Walsh squirming like a bug to try to get away. Trave's got him in the cradle. He's got the pin, and Petaluma is on the board with a badly, badly needed pin.
Like I said, Trave's very impressive for his size, just from what he does. I mean, like you said, he is one of those people that have been doing it since diapers, you know.
Finished 2nd in SCL last year, and he's looking like he's a good chance he's on the road to a VVAL title, and Petaluma is clawing back. It is 15-11. Casa Grande in the lead. Petaluma prides itself at these lower weights, and they're going to get another young but very good wrestler. Oh, no, not yet. They're skipping. They're going to the 122.
Yes.
And we'll see Charlie Winter against Ryan Nagel, who
I
I
don't
would-
know how to pronounce his last name either.
I would presume is the younger brother of Justin Nagel we already saw with the victory tonight.
Oh, yes.
And Winter, one of the seniors honored here tonight, big moment, and he's a big-time wrestler, isn't he?
Definitely. Charlie's very aggressive when he comes out, and his technique's gotten so much better.
Also without a loss in VVAL, back-to-back individual SCL champion, and he's had some nice moments in NCS.
Of course. Charlie, I'm not going to lie, he's definitely a little bit of a spaz when he's on the mat, but, I mean, otherwise he's good at controlling himself.
And a lot of hands show from Ryan Nagel himself. They're shaping each other up like two boxers in a ring.
Definitely. They're watching each other's every move.
Circling around the purple Trojan. Winner looks to go to the right. Nagel flexes to the left, but no dice. And it's who strikes first, who makes the first big move. That could make all the difference in this match.
Yes.
And it's these lightweights. It's all about flexibility and athleticism and speed, too.
Oh, especially when you're lighter weight, people expect you to be fast at what you do, you know. So that's why I feel like people that are in the lower weight classes, they have faster speed just because they can build more adrenaline. I don't know what the word is, but
Adrenaline, yeah.
yes, there we go, adrenaline. Yeah, so they can last longer.
No points, 30 minutes, 30 seconds. I would hope it's not 30 minutes.
I wouldn't
They could be
either.
out here forever.
Oh yeah,
30 seconds remaining in the first.
definitely. Charlie is one of the few wrestlers that really analyze his opponent. And sometimes you don't want to do that because then the opponent just acts so fast you don't even know what happened. But Charlie's very good at moving his feet and keeping his hands down by his side, so he's ready to attack whenever.
Both in the arm lock.
Let's go,
And
Charlie!
Great aggression by Nagel to try to get Winter to the ground. But end of 2 minutes, no points on either side.
Yes.
What do you want to see from both here to try to get the upper hand? Very even so far. These look like even wrestlers.
Yes, with Charlie, I would really like to see him use the advantage of when he gets the arm like that to just go sweep down a little more and then sweep the leg, you know, and then trip him. But with Ryan, I don't really know what to expect, you know, or what I want. I've never really seen him wrestle before. So I guess I'll just see what there is to come, you know.
Every point could be vital. We saw a low-scoring match previously. An awkward bend of the arm.
Ooh.
Nagel was kind of had his arm twisted around. Winter was holding it there, and now he's holding it.
Yeah.
It was a position that did not look natural for an arm to be in.
Oh, no, that position is honestly illegal. Like, you can get a point. Like, the other team can get a point for you doing it.
An infraction. Winter
yeah.
lucky to get away with it, no doubt.
Yes. Charlie's one of the ones to not necessarily bend the rules, but kind of do things he hopes the referees won't notice. And sometimes he gets caught, other times he doesn't, you know. Otherwise, overall, I think Charlie's a very good wrestler.
Winter on top of Nagel. Trying to go through his game plan. He talked about him being analytical. What's his game plan now?
Yeah.
Still no score, 120 left
Yeah.
in the second.
This will definitely be a special night for Charlie if he gets this win. And right now it looks like he's trying to do the power half. But he's also got 2 reg lights on him.
Nagel with excellent strength, and he started on bottom. If Nagel can get up and get an escape, that 1 point could be all the difference.
Yes.
Winter trying to get the back leg of Nagel.
Right now I believe Charlie's got the bull ride on him. Not exactly sure how that move finishes, but that's how it starts.
40 seconds left in the second. Still no score in this vital varsity match. Casa leads 15-11 here in Varsity Boys. Bragging rights, Egg Bowl, VVAL title all on the line. Another painful position for the arm of Nagel.
How is that not illegal? Don't you see how high his arm is? That scares me.
And now they're going to finally blow it dead. The Casa coaches, as you're saying, were nearly running out.
Oh, yeah.
Wanting a penalty. Nagel's in pain. What exactly was the infraction there, Sarah.
His arm was in danger of either coming out of the socket or being like misplaced with the bone. So Charlie was just pushing too high up on it, and there's a certain point you can only bring the arm up to, you know, and I think Charlie pushed it a little bit. That's why they called it.
Yeah, and they don't want the arm to come out of the socket, and Nagel looks in some pain. We have seen some physical wrestling. Already saw Pomey go out with an injury, and now we'll have to hope that Nagel can continue, but they're taking a look at his shoulder.
Charlie is just definitely an aggressive wrestler, you know, and I'm not going to say afraid to bend the rules, but sometimes he just doesn't notice he's doing it. That's why he gets called on it. And I already knew that kid was in pain when I heard him starting to yell, you know, and I saw how high. That's why I looked away. I was like, I really don't want to see this arm. I don't want anything to happen to this arm, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to see something that you cannot unsee.
Exactly.
Which happens occasionally in the sports world and definitely in wrestling where limbs are flying all over the place sometimes.
For sure. Yeah, it's like
it's
I said,
dangerous sport at times.
Yeah, Charlie's just like a definite. When he's aggressive, and he doesn't back down. You know, he's not afraid to do whatever.
So Nagel looks like he's going to be able to get through this. He's been bending his arm. He looks in pain, and this definitely could affect him, but at least at the moment, able to get out of it. 18.5 seconds left in this second, and we are still scoreless. Winter holding on by the shoe to avoid the escape. Nagel nearly got the first point, and now Winter holding the calf of Nagel. Nagel turned upside down. That is the end of two. A crazy match so far.
Yes.
Someone's going to have to score a point, though, at some point
and
win this
tied
one.
Right now?
We are tied at nothing. 4 minutes gone.
Yes, I believe that's why the head coach, Paul Slusher, told Charlie to go down so he can try to get an escape point on a reversal so he can get either 1 or 2 points to get ahead of the game.
That would make all the difference, and there it is.
Now Charlie's just got to keep him there. He's just got to keep him there, and he'll win, you know, or he can try to get the pin.
Huge escape point, and in this tight match, a pin would be huge, but a win certainly would put Petaluma back on track, trailing by 4.
Definitely.
A 1-point victory, they'd only trail by 1.
Yes. Charlie's definitely just trying to hold on as long as he can, and he's trying to, right now he needs to change his level so he can get that leg. But I think Charlie's right now waiting till he moves his arm so he can go down.
Winner playing aggressive.
Come on, Charlie!
Going to the legs, lifts up Nagel in the air.
He's got to get his head up and get Ryan's arm away from him so he can get the points. Right now, Ryan's trying really hard
to the takedown.
Woo! This is where I get scared when Charlie starts doing arm bars and stuff.
Nagel is at the mercy of Winter. Nagel's arm twisted around behind his back. You can see it, a perfect angle on the camera. That's already a very painful looking position.
Exactly. I mean, right now I think the Casa coaches are trying to think, like, why? Because it kind of looks like Charlie stalling a little bit, like how he's just sitting there, you know, so they might be wondering why he's not calling it. But right now he's moving, so they can't.
Only 20 seconds left. Winter leading 3-0. Again, very painful.
I can't look at that. It's scary, dude. And, like, I just imagine the pain he'd be in.
And Nagel again in pain. Winter has not shown any mercy to his competitor to almost the level of the extreme.
Charlie's not afraid to be aggressive, and he will take no mercy because this is his house, you know. He doesn't want to lose in his house.
Especially against the hated rival Gauchos.
Yeah.
And Divine Valley Athletic League title on the line in the last dual meet of the year.
Yes.
Nagel, man, I'm not sure he's going to be able to sleep on his shoulders tonight.
I don't think I'd be able to either.
Luis Chavez not happy.
I think there's about 20 seconds left, so I think
20.6 to be precise.
Yeah, Ryan might try to stay in and just finish it out.
And that's the benefit if you're Nagel.
Yes.
Turn-ins only get 3 points if Nagel can survive 20 more seconds.
Yes. All Charlie needs to do right now and what his coaches are telling him is just to ride, which means to stay on top and don't let him up, no matter what. Right now, it looks like Nagel's trying his hardest to get up, but Charlie's just putting too good of a fight. And he's going for the pin right now, I believe.
It's been a brutal effort by Winter.
It definitely
He has not
has.
been kind, but he has a victory. Charlie Winter with a huge victory, low scoring. He got an escape and a big takedown, and he nearly twisted both of Nagel's arms out of his socket in the process.
Pretty much. I mean, this is going to be a memorable night for Charlie since it's his last dual meet match as a senior. We have Colin Ferreira up right now and
The Battle of the Collins.
Yeah, at 115.
Colin Hilliard and Colin Ferrero.
Yes.
And Ferrero, only a sophomore, but very talented. A young gun in the big spotlight here, Sarah.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely earned his spot in varsity. He practices so hard every day. And he's aggressive when he comes out, too. It's just sometimes he gets a little intimidated by his opponents. Sometimes he just doesn't know what to do.
Ferrero quickly in trouble. Excellent armbar here by Hilliard.
Good job, Colin!
2 points for the takedown for Hilliard.
Yeah.
Ferrero on the defense early.
Colin right now has just got to fight his way through and try to find his way on top.
It's been a great year for Ferrero, second in the Wolfpack Invitational. And he was sixth at the Bankston Invite in Albany a couple weekends ago.
Yeah. Colin fights hard when he knows what he's doing. And I'm not saying he doesn't know what he's doing right now, but sometimes it's just kind of hard to get out.
He gets the turn, the reversal on Hilliard and the escape after nearly being pinned in an impressive effort. And he's right back in this match.
Exactly. Colin's just got to keep fighting. Like I said, he's got to find his way to get control and stay in control. If you can control your partner's hips, you'll win the match. You can control whatever they do if you can control their hips.
And will head out of bounds. It is 6-1 though. And Hilliard in front, but Ferrero's going to have to be aggressive and fight back here.
Definitely. Even though Ferrero might be just a sophomore, he's definitely earned his place as a varsity wrestler this year. And I'd like to see anyone from the team challenge him for it.
Yeah, I mean, he took some senior spots.
Yeah,
It's impressive.
it sure is.
30 seconds left here in the first. We have a final from boys basketball. Casa Grande has gotten the season sweep of Petaluma, 58-47. Girls soccer, we also have a final. The varsity girls soccer team has defeated Casa Grande 2-1, and they are 2 games away from a Vine Valley Athletic
That
title,
is
Sarah.
amazing to hear. I'm so glad for the girls soccer program, and same with, is it girls basketball, right? Or boys basketball?
Girls soccer program is.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were talking about basketball too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome for the girls soccer team.
And they should be heavy favorites to close it out. They still have American Kid in Sonoma Valley next week to beat to clinch the VVAL title, but they are alone in first place. They game up against Casa Grande. If they win their next 2, they'll have the inaugural pennant.
That is
How
amazing.
sweet that would be.
I would give them my luck.
So 2 more points has been given to Hilliard, and he leads 8-1. He is in control right now of the sophomore, Colin Ferrero.
Yeah, Colin's just really got to get off his knees right now and try to stand up or try to make a reversal to get those points.
Excellent job by the other Colin Hilliard so far. He's aggressive early, took a lead, and right now he's just riding out this match in control.
Definitely. Colin's finding his best to fight him, but it looks like whatever he does, the other Colin just follows him, and is able to stay on top. But right now it looks like Colin, as long as he's starting to get up.
Ferrero trying to get the escape but unable. 10-1, and with the big deficit you start to look at, can Ferrero keep it in the 8 to 14 range? It'll only be 4 points for Casa. If it gets to 15 plus, it's 5 points.
Yes.
So you might not actually be aggressive here if you're Ferrero. You just want to hold on and not get
Exactly.
blown out.
Even if Colin thinks he's going to get pinned, he's just got to fight his hardest, Like right now, Colin's trying really hard not to let his back touch the mat.
Ferrero trying
Let's go,
to get
Colin!
away. He just briefly brought his back up
Oh,
to
come
stop
on.
the impending doom, but the doom is imminent, and it's here now.
It's all right. We can still make a comeback, you know.
Colin Hilliard, the better of the two Collins that time. The sophomore Ferrero falls short.
So right now it looks like we're at 132s. No, excuse me, 128.
128.
Yes.
And for Petaluma, there are 7 more matches. 6 of them will have varsity seniors, all that have been on varsity the last 2 years, and 5 out of the 6 are SCL champions from last year.
Yes.
This is the best part of the Petaluma lineup. Can they lead them to a comeback? It's Casa Grande 21, Petaluma 14 at the moment. The Trojans need some pins. Will it come with Dominic Butts at 128 as he takes on Victor Medina?
Yes.
What do you want to see from Butts here, Sarah?
I want to see him just be aggressive and take the shots he knows he can, you know. I've seen Dominic wrestle for a long time, and he's improved a lot, like with his shots especially. At first, he wasn't very aggressive, but lately, like the last couple years, he
There
comes
is
out
the
so
aggression.
aggressive.
Out of bounds. Butts finished 3rd at the Wolfpack Invitational. He's got a couple varsity victories to boot as well in VVAL.
Dom is definitely the one person to finish out no matter what, you know, and
A hard fighter.
yeah, he fights as hard as he can no matter what, and right now that's exactly what he's doing because he doesn't want to lose in his own house, you know, just like any of the other seniors. This is their house and they want to win.
Again, out of bounds is Medina. Butts with the control here. How does he convert that into points?
With the control you have, say on an opponent like Butts does on his, he can honestly either do like try to hold pins or something to earn points.
No
There
score,
you go,
40
Dom!
seconds left.
Ah!
Butts in a dangerous position.
Butts
What
just
a
gotta
move by
keep
Medina.
bridging, you know? Come
Can
on,
Butts get out
Butts!
of it? Petaluma cannot
No.
afford to
Come
get
on,
pinned
Butts!
again. No count right now. There's no pin.
Come on, Butts!
The Casa coaches are confused, but Butts is holding on. He's got
You got 20 seconds
He
left!
rolls out of it.
Woo!
Excellent effort by Butts. Medina takes a look at the clock. Both panting, they're exhausted. They've got 10 seconds.
Come
to
on,
exert
Butts, you got
everything,
it!
And then they'll go at it for 2 more minutes.
Definitely. Come on, Dom, you got it!
5-0 though, is that flurry. Medina takes a comfortable lead.
Yes.
That match turned quickly on one move there, Sarah.
Yes, it definitely. I think the problem with the boys is when it comes to wrestling from the hips is they don't really know how to control their hips, so that's why they constantly keep rolling and rolling until one of them just plants their foot and they can keep the weight down. You know, I think that's a problem with the guys sometimes. I mean, it happens with the girls too, but I mean, it mostly happens with the guys.
It's weird to see Petaluma lose and fall behind, but right now Casa has the upper hand in the quest for a VVAL title. Their head coach, Luis Chavez, said, "It's our main goal to beat Petaluma for the league title," all the way back on December 10th, nearly 3 months ago. He knew it could be us and them for the league title, and so far Casa has looked ready for the match of the season.
Exactly.
We've got blood on the side of the face of Victor Medina, so that's going to be cleaned up, and it's going to give Butts a much-needed breather. What does he need to do differently to get back in this one?
I think he needs, in my opinion, I think he just needs to come out a little more aggressive. And when he has him, like if he's on top, he just got to keep working to keep him down and try to pin him as much as he can. I mean, it might tire him out, but in the long run, it'll bring him a victory.
Medina had a cut on the side of his face, and the medical work will continue, and there's some blood on the mat as well, so that will have to be cleaned up.
Yeah, definitely got to clean up all that blood from whatever it is, you know.
This beautiful purple Petaluma mat. And it has been very loud in here, especially for the varsity boys games. A packed gym.
Definitely.
This one has been every thing everyone expected, all the excitement.
It's definitely been an exciting night so far, and I'm really excited to see the end and where it goes, you know. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, Petaluma still probably 3 top wrestlers in Liam O'Neill, Connor Pedersen, and Golden Prieto still to come.
Yeah.
And the Trojans might need them to come back, but they're going to need some help from elsewhere in the lineup to get a
Definitely.
victory. You can't just be your great wrestlers, and unsportsmanlike conduct is
I'm
called.
not sure what happened. I didn't really see it.
And now
That is unsportsmanlike
yeah,
conduct.
the referee was explaining it to head coach Luis Chavez right in front of us, and apparently Medina went down on purpose and looked at the ref and said he was locking his hands, which Butts was not. So that's
No, he
a
was
point for
not.
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
You wonder if that could change the course of this match.
Yeah. I believe why it's unsportsmanlike conduct, it's because you're pointing out what the other, like you're kind of telling the ref
Right,
what
yeah.
to do, you know? So,
That's something a ref never likes.
they don't like, no one likes to be told how to do their job, you know?
Butts holding on to a bucking bronco for dear life.
For real.
And again, Medina was looking at the ref to stop it. Coach Chavez did not like that.
I know what I think Medina needs to realize is that it's not his choice to call out what's going on. You know, if the ref sees it, the ref sees it.
But
Come
he
on,
has
Dom!
a 4-point lead. Medina was in a dangerous position, but nearly able to wrestle his back to the ground.
Yeah.
Could have changed the course of this match. But Medina back in his comfortable defensive position.
Right now, Butts.
Medina turned.
Let's
Just
go,
on top
Butts!
of him.
Butts has
Medina,
got it!
can he survive?
Let's go, Butts!
Trying to hold on and get a huge pin. Medina has squirmed away, but Butts has gone back in this match.
He's
Medina,
like that, but he's not going to be able to stay like that for long. That boy can definitely bridge, but eventually he's going to get tired. He's just got to get that other shoulder on the ground, and it'll be a pin. Let's go, Dom!
Medina turning it around. He gets away from Butts, who's exhausted as he holds on. And that is the end of 2.
Yes.
A big move by Butts. He
Yes.
nearly pinned Medina, but now we've got a match for the next 2 minutes.
Exactly.
It's 5-4 Medina.
Yes. Butts got a 3-point near fall for that. So it's tied. It's practically just between 1 point. So Butts can do it again. He'll win by points, you know. You just got to stay aggressive on top and try to turn him or try to pin him.
It's been a match of runs.
Definitely. Butts right now is definitely proving that he deserves to be here.
Medina's Band-Aid is hanging off the side of his face.
Yeah.
That's an unpleasant addition. They have not stopped play, though.
I don't think they're going to stop until the blood starts
actually
running,
starts
you
coming.
know?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go, Butts!
Butts trying to return.
There you
Medina! Medina turned around. His head. Defense! Butts stuns Medina. Medina is furious. Butts has a huge victory. Is that the one we remember tonight?
Definitely. Butts is always going to remember this. He fought so hard.
This gym went mad.
I mean, Medina put up a great fight, don't get me wrong, but Dom put the extra effort in to win.
The loudest this gym had gone all night long. You knew Petaluma needed something from someone, an upset somewhere.
Exactly.
And Butts got it with a huge pin.
Yes.
6 points, and Petaluma is tied with Casa Grande.
Yes.
They're all knotted at 20.
Right now we are at the weight 132 with Max Shattuck from Petaluma and Joe McGarry from Casa. Mac is definitely an aggressive wrestler, I say that, and he's pretty talented with the way he works. He, like I said with a couple other wrestlers, he really analyzes his partner, so he knows what to do. And he never gives up either. He just fights and fights and fights no matter what. Let's just hope he doesn't get a bloody nose this time.
Yeah, we were talking about it. It was, man, I think it was a couple hours ago now,
Yeah.
Sarah. But Shattuck had a very hard-fought victory against Vintage in the Petaluma's league opening victory, as Shattuck throws McGuire to the ground for 2 points for the takedown. Petaluma had an impressive 62-18 victory over Vintage.
Definitely.
And Shattuck repeatedly had to stop because his nose kept on bleeding. They eventually wrapped his nose all the way around with mummy wrap. And that was the only way really to get it stopped bleeding. And he got very close to his injury timeout going over and having to forfeit.
Yeah. And just sometimes I think it takes a little bit to get that nose wrapped up, you know?
Yeah, and he apparently got it knocked around the day before in practice and had been bleeding for much of the day.
Yeah, that's never fun.
Not at all. You can sacrifice a lot in wrestling. You have to stick to a weight, but you get banged up and bruised. But, man, it seems like it's worth it for both Petaluma and Casa. The numbers that they have this year, 40 for Casa, 60 for Petaluma.
Yeah, it's definitely huge. Like, I remember when I first came into wrestling that the program wasn't really that big in Petaluma, you know, and it definitely has grown over the years, which I'm very happy about.
McGuire nearly somersaulted, able to upright himself. Shattuck still leading 2-0, under 10 seconds remaining.
Yes, Shattuck's definitely staying on top of it.
That is the end of one. Shattuck 2, McGuire nothing, and Petaluma tied Casa Grande, and they still haven't seen their best wrestlers yet.
No.
It's very quick, but with Winter and Butts, the momentum of this match and the whole dynamics totally shifted.
Yeah, I think definitely the energy they're getting from the other Petaluma players with their wins is just encouraging them to go out there and be more aggressive, you know? Let's go, Mac!
McGuire trying to get more aggressive. He needs some points. Shattuck is off the edge of the mat. He almost kicked our camera.
That would have been bad.
That would have been coming right
That would
into
have
our
been
living room.
flying. No.
Yep, there we are. Ben Vandermeer on camera tonight doing a great job.
He sure is. He's getting everything.
He knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And he can't even hear us.
Oh, my God.
A truly special senior here on
Especially.
senior night.
Definitely.
Shattuck holding the weight of McGuire on his back right now. Getting up and trying to get the escape.
Come on, Mac!
And he will get it. Shattuck 3, McGuire nothing.
Just like a lot of these guys, Mac, when he gets mad, he definitely does get aggressive, but when Mac gets aggressive, there's no stopping him.
For a second, McGuire got Shattuck's back of his head on the mat. The Casa bench exploded, and Shattuck quickly neutralized it. An excellent job in a moment of fright.
Yes.
1 minute remaining in the second. We're halfway through this one. Shattuck leading McGuire. A pin would be huge for Petaluma to take a lead.
Yes.
Sometimes there's no cheering in here because it's just so intense.
Yes.
And both fans on both sides so nervous. They know just like the wrestlers
Yes.
the importance of every moment.
Yes. Mac right now, in my opinion, I feel like he should flatten him out and try to run him power half because I think that's the best way he could get him to turn over. Otherwise, Mac's doing very good at keeping him down and working his way under his arms to do whatever he wants to do. The other, the kid from Casa right now, McGuire, I'm sorry, I can't remember their names half the time. McGuire, he seems like he's a little bit of stalling right now. He's not really doing anything.
Warning on
us.
Shattuck for his hands,
Oh.
interlocking them.
Yeah.
But no point penalty that time. 5-0 with 10 seconds left in the second.
Yep. Let's go, Mac!
Senior Mac Shattuck was honored a couple hours ago. One of the 13 seniors on senior night. He's 2 minutes away from leading Petaluma to their third straight victory. 40 viewers. We've had massive viewership tonight, Sarah.
We sure have.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone that is tuned in. And again, if you missed any matches, they are all up on our YouTube channel. You can even go back and watch them right now.
Yes.
Feel free to comment in our live chat as well. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Shattuck trying to get the escape here.
Hip in, Mac! Right now, Mac. There
And
we
he
go.
will. This is clinical, smart wrestling by Shattuck. He looks like the smarter, more physical wrestler right now.
Oh, he for sure is. Exactly. Like I said, he definitely watches what his other opponent's doing, so he knows what to do, you know? Sometimes some people overthink it, but let's go, Mac!
McGuire will get the escape, but Shattuck got 2 more for the takedown. It's 8-1.
8-1. Right now, Coach Eddie and all of them are trying to tell him not to get on the tie so he can't get thrown or anything. He's just got to keep dancing around and push him down, and if he can pin him, he got it. If not, he's for sure going to win by points.
It's a 7-point lead. Stalemate is called. If Shattuck can get 1 more point, Petaluma would get 4 points out of this match.
Yeah, Mac just needs 1 more point, and there's about 17 seconds left in this round. So let's hope Mac can do it. If not, they only get 3 points, right?
Yeah, only 3 points if it's 7 or less.
Yes. Let's
Shattuck
go, Mac!
looking for those points, bringing my guy to the ground, and there it is. A huge takedown by Shattuck. That could be another point to the point total. Only 30 seconds left, and Shattuck has been dominant in this one, leading 10-1.
You got it, Mac. Keep
VVAL
fighting.
losses for Shattuck this year.
Definitely.
Back-to-back SCL champion, both for his team and individually. And I remember him telling me as soon as Petaluma won SCL last year, he said, we're gunning for a VVAL title.
Yeah.
That's what we want next. 3 straight
Exactly.
years.
We just gotta work for it, and tonight we're gonna prove that we need it. We got it, you know. We got it in the bag.
That's why so many of these wrestlers have waited such a long time for this
Exactly.
moment.
Yeah, people have been waiting. I mean, honestly, our wrestlers have been waiting for this since we heard about it when we were sophomores, you know, for the league change. And I think a lot of people, in my opinion, doubted Petaluma Wrestling for this new league. And because a lot of people heard how hard the other teams were, but we're just as good as any other teams, you know.
Petaluma and Casa both 5-0, and the Trojans have their first lead of the evening. Shattuck with a clinical performance.
Yes.
They'll get 4 points for a 10-point victory, and Petaluma is in the lead with some of their best wrestlers coming up in the next moments.
Yes. Right now we are at 140.
147
147, I'm sorry. With Ethan Falkenberg and Liam O'Neill.
And we mentioned it at the open to these Varsity boys. O'Neill has gone from great to elite this year.
Yes, definitely. I will agree with that 100%. Liam has always been good, but since his his senior year came around, he's definitely became elite. He's way more aggressive. He's way more talented.
Speaking of aggressive right now.
Just look, you know, like he's doing fantastic. Came off right on the bat. I think he just, like I said, with all these boys, wrestlers and the girls, they just wanted to win.
O'Neill throwing.
Oh, definitely.
Wallenberg around
Yeah.
like a helpless bug.
Or ragdoll, you know, either one.
Ragdoll would apply as well.
Yeah,
Wallenberg's been rolled around on his head already a couple times. I'd be surprised if he knew which way was up.
I know. Honestly, when people are like that in wrestling, we call them a fish. That's what we call them.
Flopping in a sea, only
Yeah.
going where the current takes them.
Exactly.
And Falkenberg is only going right now where O'Neill takes them.
Yeah. O'Neill's just got to keep working it like he is, and eventually the pin will come to him.
Only 2-0, however.
Yes. I don't think this kid
1
was
minute
expecting
remaining.
what Liam brought. Let's go, Liam! Right now, I believe Liam's trying to do. Actually, I don't know what Liam's trying to
2-0,
do.
40 seconds left.
He had a
It's gonna
cradle.
Go out of play. O'Neill hasn't lost a VVAL match this year. 5-0. Petaluma is 5-0, and they've never been really challenged until tonight. Their closest match was to American Canyon, a 57-27 victory over the third-place Wolves.
Definitely.
Clearly, Casa and Petaluma, the 2 top teams. That was a awkward position for Falkenberg's right leg.
Oh, yeah. I would agree with that 100%. Right now, Liam's either trying to do a cradle or a stack. It looks like a cradle. It's called the bow and arrow cradle. And it looks like, ooh.
Turns Falkenberg around.
Let's go,
He's
Liam!
got him in the pin position.
Woo!
Ethan Fallenberg just
Keep
trying
him
to
there,
hold
Liam!
on here.
Hold up!
O'Neal with remarkable
Hold up!
strength. 10 seconds left.
Ooh.
Can O'Neal finish it? He will! Liam O'Neal the pin. Dominant performance over Ethan Falkenberg.
Good job, Liam!
And there's a reason O'Neal has state potential written all over him.
Definitely. Liam went in there totally aggressive and asserted his dominance, and he won. And that's what you got to do. You know, you got to prove that this is your mind. You're not going to lose on it, you know.
The NCS Boys Championships, February 15th and 16th at James Logan High School, where multiple Trojans will certainly be in contention for state.
Yes, I believe we have a change. It's going to be at 140. It's going to be Trevor Chavez and Dax Hogia.
Originally, Betancourt was lined up, Lucas Betancourt, but the senior Hoga on his senior night will get a huge call up.
Yes, I think that's why they changed it, just because Dax is a senior, you know.
But it means a lot. Every match is vital. Petaluma leading by 10.
Yes.
But Casa with so many elite and experienced wrestlers, this evening is not over.
Exactly. A nickname Dax has always had from a couple of guys on the team was Spaz. He's a little bit of a spaz when he's on the mat, but he's aggressive at the same time.
Agia trying to escape Chavez. We get out of bounds.
He just slammed that guy's head to the mat.
A little bit vicious, but when Casa and Petaluma are involved, no one's nice or cares too much about feelings.
No, I mean, when you're in wrestling and you're wrestling someone, they're not your friend. You gotta be aggressive, or else you ain't gonna win.
And some of these wrestlers are friends. They've
Yeah.
wrestled together, trained together, know each other from a variety of activities.
For years.
Crosstown rivals. But now you're on the mat, and maybe the most important moment of your athletic career.
Exactly. A lot of these seniors this night was what they were looking forward to all season, and I'm just glad that a lot of the seniors got away with the win, you know. Even if they were JV, they still got away with the win. And it's just, it makes an impact on the Petaluma wrestling community here at Petaluma High.
Definitely does. Petaluma JV and Varsity girls already victors earlier tonight.
Yes.
The boys lead by 10. And Hagia working hard here as he leads 2-0. 30 seconds remain in the first.
Hold on, Dax!
Falkenberg turning him around. Got him in the armbar. Will be 2 points for the reversal for Falkenberg.
I'm a little confused on how that's 2, though, because he wasn't fully behind him. So I'm surprised the coach didn't question it.
10 seconds left. Hogia, a strong start.
Definitely.
Now he almost got Falkenberg on his back.
Almost.
And Hogia saw the clock, and he'll take it to the end of 1. Quick start for Hogia. Falkenberg responded.
Definitely, Hogia's definitely been coming out there strong tonight, and so has the other kid from, why am I so bad at remembering
Falkenberg.
names? Falkenberg, I'm sorry, yes.
No worries.
He has been very good.
Hogia in a big moment, no stranger to pressure. The starting kicker for the varsity football team made some big kicks, and he gets out of the grasp of Falkenberg. He'll get 2 points for the reversal, and he's back in the lead 4-2.
Dax has definitely just got to be assertive here and become more aggressive than usual and just pin this kid.
Petaluma leads by 10 in varsity boys. A couple more victories, and they will be the victors over Casa Grande and will be in position for a VVAL title a week and a half from now.
Yes.
In America Canyon.
If they win tonight, it'll definitely be memorable for the Petaluma wrestling community.
The biggest wrestling match in Petaluma, city of Petaluma's history.
Exactly. This is the biggest I've ever seen either team.
Yeah, both teams massive. The crowds have been massive. The energy's been massive. And the wrestling has been high class.
Yes.
Hagia turning
Let's go,
Falkenberg.
Dax!
Falkenberg in trouble. Hagia with the pin, and Falkenberg just gets away.
I know. Dax has just got to learn to keep him there, even just to get near fall.
Great strength by Falkenberg to escape. Not
Yes.
literally, but Escape from the pin. 4-2. 30 seconds remain. Hogya with the lead.
Yes.
Trojans with victories from Nick Trave, Charlie Winter, Dominic Butts, Max Shattuck,
And Liam O'Neill.
and Liam O'Neill as well.
Yes.
Derek Pomey was hurt and his match was stopped. Petaluma got his points, however, because he was hurt.
Yes.
Justin Nagel, Connor Gloucester, and Jack Ferris with victories so far for the Gauchos, along with Colin Hilliard.
Yes. So far after this, I think we only have 3 matches left, right?
Getting down near the end, and
Yeah.
for the Gauchos trailing by 10, and they need a result in this one, especially with Pedersen and Prieto in the next two.
Yes.
Undoubtedly the two most talented wrestlers on this Petaluma team, and
Oh,
two of the
yeah.
most talented wrestlers that have ever come through this program.
Yes, I won't doubt that one bit. Colton has a very strong throw, but he's gotten very good at shooting now and takedowns. But before, all he would do was throw. And Connor, he's just improved tremendously. Like, he's just like Liam. He's gone from good to excellent. Like, he has a father I believe went to nationals when he was in high school too, and he's obviously got a good role model to look up to.
Absolutely.
And Connor obviously is his own wrestler, but he's one of a kind.
He's a lot of fun to cover.
Definitely. His matches are just so interesting.
They are. 7-2, Hogya leads. Under 2 to go. And the senior has done an excellent job being in control of this one. Can he hold on?
Let's go, Dax!
These last couple matches, it's been Petaluma tactically stronger, a little bit stronger physically, a little bit smarter, and it's been experience versus experience.
Yes. What
And-
I've noticed through all these matches is that Petaluma seems a little more conditioned. They don't seem as
Tired.
tired as Casa Grande, you know, and I think that's just from what I remember Butts and Socha doing is we would run so much, there's so much conditioning, and it pays off. It really pays off. And it's seen here tonight that they don't get as winded as other kids do.
And it's impressive reversal by Hogya. It's a unique sport. It's almost like horse racing. It's a really short period of time, and you go at it your hardest
Yeah.
for just a short period. You work so hard just for 6 minutes on the mat, if
Yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah, just practice is about two and 2.5 hours every day. Plus the tournaments on the weekend, like
It's a
you just gotta
busy
train
schedule.
yourself, yeah.
These players have had practice since late October. They've been in the weight room conditioning since early August.
Yeah, it's definitely something different. I mean, it's so much work put in for just a little amount of time, you know?
10
Power
seconds remaining, 9-2. Hogya in control. He only leads by 7, however. If he could garner one more point, it would add an additional point to Petaluma's total. But Falkenberg has waved the white flag, and he's not going to give up anything more. An exceptional effort by Daxton Hogya.
Definitely. I'm glad they put the senior in there instead of Lucas Betancourt. Lucas Betancourt is also a very talented wrestler, but at the same time, I believe it was also senior night tonight, so that was nice of them to put Dax in.
One of the 13 seniors honored before this match, a class that has defined Petaluma wrestling and really turned around this program to elite heights.
Yes.
Hogya garners 3 more points. Petaluma has a 13-point lead.
Yeah.
And with that, the Gauchos cannot afford to
Yes.
lose. They cannot lose
Exactly.
another match.
Yeah, right now is probably the most exciting match of the night with Connor Pedersen from Petaluma and Cole Cooper from Casa.
Pedersen
There you
quickly
go, Ped!
going to Cooper's legs. Pedersen's a master wrestler. He's a master pinner. A point to Cooper for the escape after
Yes.
the takedown by Pedersen.
Ped does not wait. He does not hesitate. If there's a shot
No,
there,
he
he
does
takes
not.
it. Just like that, you know. He holds on as long as he can, too.
Trying to wrestle Cooper to the ground. Cooper escapes, though. Very athletic wrestler here. The 154. Pedersen
Stay behind, Ped.
misstates by 1 point. He finished 4th in his weight class at NCS, and it went to overtime where he lost in that match last year in his junior year, just barely to miss out at state.
It must have been heartbreaking, but he always got this year. He's always got this year to come back and prove himself.
Yeah, and he's wrestled vengeful throughout the year. He so badly wants to go back, but he also wants to beat Casa in a VVAL title.
He is definitely a remarkable wrestler. Like, he is someone our coaches are not going to forget. Just like my coach said, he thanked his family for creating so many of them. I mean, he's part of a legacy.
Cooper just squirming around, hoping for a miracle, but Pedersen's grasp
You got
is
a hole in there,
strong.
Ped. Ped just got a oop.
A whistle and a stoppage infraction.
It's something with to do with the head.
Little headset rearrangement is needed. Connor Pedersen finished 2nd. A couple Saturdays ago at the Bankston Invitational in Albany, when Petaluma overall placed 3rd out of 48 teams.
Yeah, right now the score is 7-1. Connor.
And Pedersen 4th at the prestigious Tim Brown Invitational in early January. Hasn't even been challenged in VVAL, and there's some good wrestlers in his weight class. He beat Tucker Lanow of Vintage. Now he's trying to beat a Gaucho.
No, see, he's trying to push himself out.
Now out of bounds as Cooper knew it. He just had to squirm himself out of bounds and get back.
He's trying to do whatever he can to survive, but I think he knows that Connor's got him. Connor's not giving up no matter what. And Connor's just definitely, like I said, he's definitely just
He's just in control of this right now.
Yeah, he's determined to win, and that's what's going to happen no matter what, whether it's points or pin.
That's the end of one. And Pedersen's right now just on another level. He leads 10-1, so we head into the second.
Yes.
Tucker Lanow, one of the better wrestlers in the state. And Pedersen, after losing the first time he faced Lanow, has beat him the last 2 times.
Yes.
Including here at the Petaluma High School gym in the rubber match.
Exactly.
They could see each other again in the VVAL championship and possibly again in the NCS championships.
Yes. I think Connor has wrestled this guy before and he's lost in the past, and I think this is definitely.
But this time it's a pin for Connor Pedersen. Domination, and with that, the Petaluma Trojans have clinched a victory over the Casa Grande Gauchos. Who better to do it than the senior captain and one of the best wrestlers to come through this program?
We got 2 more matches. We got next one is Zach Bell from Casa and Colton Prieto at 162.
Well, that will be the last one. We're going to skip to 172 first.
I hate when I do
and
that.
even though Petaluma will defeat Casa here tonight, every point is vital. There is no clinching tonight.
Yes.
It will come down to a week and a half from now at the VVAL Championships at American Canyon.
Yes. Go, Tony! I'm about to yell so loud when Tony wins.
Vitali and Tanner McKinney.
Yes.
And Vitali, another senior. He's wrestled for a long time.
Yeah.
He loves the spotlight.
Oh, he loves the spotlight. He loves when he wins. Sometimes he gets a little discouraged when he loses after a tough match. But otherwise, Tony gives it his all, and he never gives up. I mean, Tony's the one that got me into wrestling,
Really?
And yeah, he's my cousin, so I give him all my luck, and I give him all my love, and I just want the best for him, And if he wins tonight, just get ready to hear me yell.
Vitali just 1 loss in VVAL this year to Vintage. Qualified for the second day of Tim Brown.
Yes. Tony has definitely prospered throughout the year. Throughout the years he's wrestled, actually.
An amazing
especially
career.
This year. Yeah. It's definitely, this team is definitely never going to remember it.
Vitali, brutal, taking it to the ground.
Oh,
in the
Tony!
pig position. Vitali
You
with
got it,
amazing
Tony!
strength. An exceptional job to get away, but 2 points for the takedown of Tanner McKinney, who's in the gold of Casa. The Trojans fell behind early in this one, but once we got to the middleweights and the most experienced wrestlers, it has been Petaluma domination with a capital D.
Yes, they definitely have made a comeback tonight.
Vitaly in control here. We have 19 seconds left. It's 2-2. Felt like Vitaly has really dominated this one, but
Definitely
the scoreboard shows otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely taking control of this situation. I mean, he almost got caught, but he definitely got his way out. One thing I know about Tony is he's very good at controlling his hips.
That is the end of one,
Thank you, Lucas.
as we are tied at 2, the senior Tony Vitaly and
Yes.
Tanner McKinney, the penultimate match of tonight. And again, every match is vital.
Yes.
The bigger the victory for Petaluma, the greater chance they have of clinching their first ever Vine Valley Athletic League title over their hated rival.
Yes. I mean, I'm not just saying this because I'm an ex-Petaluma wrestler. I think Petaluma deserves it more than Casa does. I feel like we put way more work into our program and the way we train our wrestlers. And tonight, whatever
It
happens,
showed off tonight.
Exactly, it definitely has showed off tonight how much my coaches push our wrestlers, and it made them better wrestlers. You know,
There's no doubt Casa's built a great program,
yeah,
but Petaluma has taken control of this. And as of tonight, they own the city of Petaluma in terms of wrestling.
definitely. Tonight has been a very exciting night. I'm very glad I came. Let's go, Tony!
Vitaly basically sitting
Ooh,
down,
ooh, ooh.
now spinning, an impressive move. And a
Good job,
beautiful
Tony!
reversal, tactically sound. Tanner McKinney, the subject of
Yes.
Vitaly's smart wrath. Vitaly's an excellent student, and you
Yes.
saw it there.
Yeah. Like
Very strong.
Like I said before, it's starting to notice that our wrestlers are maybe a little more trained in conditioning because they don't get as tired. I mean, right now it seems like Tony's been doing all the work and he's not breathing as hard as the other kid from Casa.
The later this match is gone, the later all the matches have gone, the advantage has no doubt been towards Petaluma.
Not at all.
Two powerhouses last year, 33-33. Petaluma won on criteria. Was a non-league duels match tournament at Healdsburg, part of the Healdsburg duels tourney, but it was great to see Petaluma join leagues again with Casa, and it means every year we're going to get something just like this, which is all you could ever ask for.
Yes, definitely. I think whatever happens tonight is going to be memorable for both teams, and it shows that both
Will be
teams
one to
created
remember.
great programs.
4.5 seconds left. Poby 4. McKinney 2.
Yes.
Petaluma overall leading 39-20. Casa led 18-6, but that feels like a long time ago now.
Right? It really does.
Two more minutes here. Vitaly trying to finish up with McKinney in a little.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Slusher's going to tape his shoes so they don't have to keep stopping the match.
Are those specific wrestling shoes? Is that made?
Well, what it is with those shoes, it kind of has that latch to keep the laces in because, like, if you don't have your laces covered, you can get a point taken off. So I think right now the Velcro's just not staying, so Slusher wants to make sure no one gets their fingers caught or anything.
Of course.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Well, they tied up the laces and they're still hanging out.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
the
is
Velcro was tied up. The laces were missed. So.
Yes.
Take two for Coach Slosher
Yeah.
and his
He's got to get it right the
wardrobe
second time.
skills.
But, yeah, he's got the best wardrobe skills, you know.
That's a skill you got to have as a wrestler.
I guess so. Yeah. I'm about ready for Lake to yell Tony's name.
A pin you can hear as this gym quieting down. This crowd
Yes.
exhausted. They've done a lot of yelling.
They sure have tonight.
But
And
Vitaly still has the energy bouncing around.
yeah.
Also runs cross country. He has great endurance. He doesn't look tired at all.
He doesn't, and that's what I love about the whole Petaluma team is they push themselves so hard that they learn the adrenaline and like he can last for so much longer. They don't get as tired no matter even if they're doing all the work. Let's go, Tony!
McKinney in trouble.
We got 1 minute left in the third round.
It's Vitali holding on tight here. And trying to finish off this match. Another victory for Petaluma.
He's definitely, when he tries to do that move, picking up the ankle, he's waiting till he puts the weight on the other ankle so he can flip him.
Vitali defending SCL.
There you go, Tony!
Rolls around McKinney. McKinney grimacing in pain, trying to get out of it. Vitali slow, close, but McKinney able to survive.
Way to get back on top, Tony!
Vitali stays on top, 20 seconds left.
Yeah. Tony's definitely working hard at this. He's trying to push this kid to where he'll just flop over, but this kid's putting up a good fight.
McKinney looks exhausted, winded. Vitali has worked him to the fullest. They're out of play.
Tony's definitely worked him to his breaking point, and soon he's either gonna give up or he's gonna keep going.
Final moments of this one.
Go, Tony!
Vitali throwing McKinney to the ground. And that will do it. Domination by Vitali.
Good job, Tony!
He was in complete control over Tanner McKinney at the 172.
Exactly.
And Petaluma reels off another victory.
Woo!
7 straight for Petaluma victories in a row. And we have one final match here tonight to finish it off at the 162. It's Zach Babel of Casa and the talented Colton Prieto of Petaluma.
This is going to be a very good match, let me tell you. Colton's very talented, but so is Zach. They are both very talented wrestlers, and Colton definitely has his own field of where he's talented, but so does Zach, so tonight's going to be a very interesting match.
Prieto coming off of first place. Victory at the Bankston Invitational in Albany, also third place at Tim Brown. He has improved a lot this year, and he is definitely eyeing a state run in mid-February.
Yes.
Hoping to get to Bakersfield February 21st through 23rd for the CIF State Championships at the Rabobank Arena.
Yes, I'm very excited for those and to hear how they go.
It's been a long time since the Petaluma boys wrestler has been there. Last time any wrestler was there, Michelle Larson.
Yep.
In the girls wrestling, who finished second in state.
As you can see between these two wrestlers, Zach is obviously a little taller, so I hope Colton realizes if he wants to take a shot, he has more leg to grab. But what I think right now is Colton's just, ooh, hip,
Prieto trying to get across on that. Needs to get out of it. Turning around. What a move! And he Babel trying to get away. Prieto slowly turned over Babel like roasting meat in a fire.
Colton's pushing so hard right now, and this guy's trying so hard not to let his shoulders touch the mat, but right now I think Colton's got it in the bag just to stay there.
Prieto battling Babel, gasping for air, spinning around. An exceptional effort here by Zach Babel. These are elite experienced wrestlers.
Yes.
And they're starting to get beat up by Petaluma, but they're not going to go down without a
They're
fight.
Exactly. I mean, Colton's specialty move is a throw. He's got all kinds of them, so that was just one of them that's going to happen tonight, you know. Wait until they go neutral again. Colton's going to try to do another one.
There was a brilliant one, too. I saw Max Shattuck's face. He looked shocked, but we have
right now
an injured
Zach,
Gaucho in Zach Babel.
Zach says that his rib may have popped.
So that is
not good.
no, that's not good. He's grimacing for breath right now.
When you crack a rib, you tend to breathe very fast and like deep because you can't really hold the breath. So I hope he's all right.
Babel getting a moment here. Petaluma is going to win this match. Babel able to walk off and he'll be able to continue, which is good to see. Petaluma has a big meet this weekend. It's the NCS Dual Meet Championships this Saturday up at Eureka High. And last year it was a disappointment for Petaluma. They were 2-2. They didn't fare very well there. This year, I wouldn't throw it out of the question that they could win the whole thing. They're not competing against East Bay schools. It is only schools north of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, and they've done very well and very exceptional this year compared to schools at different tournaments. Like the Tim Brown tournament, they did way better than they did last year, and that proves just how much better they can improve with just a little push, you know? Definitely, I'd never question the coaching from Mike Butts or Slosher. They know what
They've
they're
done a
doing.
remarkable job.
Yeah, they definitely know what they're doing.
It will be very interesting to see how Petaluma does this Saturday
Yes.
up against the likes of Ukiah and Eureka,
Yes.
Kelseyville, some of the best in the area, but Petaluma can be right up with them, and they've had a spectacular performance here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Eureka and Kelseyville and Ukiah, they've got some pretty big boy teams, but
Yep.
you know, that doesn't mean that our team won't beat them just because we have a smaller team. You know, that means we just have more exceptional wrestlers.
Well, the Trojans' elite wrestlers have proved themselves tonight.
They definitely have. Right now, Colton looks like he's struggling a little bit on the bottom, but Colton, I think, is just waiting for the perfect time until he's too high to roll him or just to stand up.
And Prieto, I would say, is a slower to more tentative wrestler. Remember in his SCL championship match last year, behind early, he battled back, he was patient, and with 10 seconds left, able to get the key reversal that won in the match.
Exactly, that's what it is, and I think you're right about that. Colton is more of a patient person and waiting to do the move because he doesn't like to jump to do him in case he gets caught, you know? Right now, when someone's got a leg right on you, you're supposed to bounce them off.
Prieto
Oh,
turned
wait,
around in
right.
a dangerous position, tried to get out of it. There's not a panic look, though, on the senior's face.
Come on,
and he
Colton!
swerves on out of it. He got turned around, dangerous position
Yeah.
for the talented senior.
Yes.
Who's also a running back on the football team, was second on the team in rushing yards. He's probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest wrestler in the weight room.
Oh, no, definitely, he is. His body stature may not look like it, but, you know, like, a lot of people can pack more than you think. He's definitely got
Holding
some
Babel
really strong
on his
legs.
back.
Yes. Right now, this kid is definitely taking advantage of taking away Colton's arm, so he can't really do anything.
It's been a nice strategy by Tanner Babel.
Yes.
Prieto strengthened his
Colton-
throws. Prieto
Oh.
trying to almost somersault Babel off of him.
He's trying to do a Granby roll. That's what they're called.
What's it called?
A Granby roll.
Granby roll.
Yeah, it's when you, like, flip and then the other person, like,
I
kind
see.
of ends up on their back or their butt or something. And, like,
Has to
yeah.
be one of the harder moves, though, to flip
Oh.
a person up in the
Oh,
air.
no, definitely. Him and Connor Pedersen are the only two people that can do it on
Yeah,
the team.
that's an elite college level, D1 level move, isn't
Oh,
it?
definitely, yeah. I mean, they kind of teach us the moves, but, like, at the same time, they're really hard to use. And
There's the score.
I mean, what I love about these seniors this year is that they go out of their way even after practice to practice even more to make themselves better. I mean, even a couple of them have wrestling mats at their house in the garage, and that's how they get so
remarkable.
good. You know, and it's just tonight has been an exceptional night, and I am so proud of everyone.
Prieto
Just like that.
completes that move, the Granby that you talked about,
Yes.
picking Babel up. You could call it the Tower of Babel. He picked up all on
Yes.
his back.
Right now, Colton's
Now trying
trying
to get in the offensive position.
Yes, Colton right now has tried to turn around and face him, but like act fast at the same time, so the other kid can't get him to the ground.
7-3 Prieto, minute 20 and counting remaining in this period.
Yes, Zach is riding very hard on top of the hard leg ride, and Colton looks a little stuck, but at the same time, like you said, I'm pretty sure he's just being patient from when to do what. Right now, they're just called stalemate because nothing's going on. So
Both slow down.
yes.
Prieto can get a victory. Petaluma would over doubled Casa. Wouldn't assure
Yes.
them of a VVAL title. But boy, Casa would have to make some major adjustments
Exactly.
if they wanted to upset Petaluma
Yeah.
and take home the league pennant.
Exactly. I think after tonight, both teams are going to practice even harder than they did this week, just so they know they can guarantee to beat each other again. You know, I mean, obviously, Casa may take the L tonight, but that doesn't mean that they won't at the dual meet. You know, like the next. Like,
Yeah,
meet.
and both teams will be at the NCS dual meet up at Eureka High.
Yeah.
And they could very much face again in one of those later rounds.
Exactly.
It'll be a long trip, too, all the way up to
Exactly.
Eureka, 4 hours.
I know, that's ridiculous how far it is. Do you happen to know what the score is between Colton and Zach right now?
7-4, Prieto leads, 15 seconds left in the period.
All right, Colton's just got to sit there. He's got to do it. There's no way Zach's going to be able to get.
And it's not been dominant by Prieto, but it's just been
Yeah.
comfortable knowing what he's doing. He's had a
Yeah.
couple frantic moments.
Yeah.
He's the kind of person that never panics. And because of that, he has a victory. Impressive job by Prieto.
Definitely. I'm going to go shake hands, okay? Thank you for letting me anchor tonight.
That is Sarah Cook-Markovich. You did an excellent job tonight, Sarah. Thank you so much. All right, she will return as Petaluma finishes off in dominant style. 7 straight victories to finish the evening in Varsity Boys. It started off rough, a couple early losses, but the Trojans got their best wrestlers on the mat. It turned things around. There's always a match of the evening, and tonight it was Dominic Butts, trailing early, not favored to win. He stunned Victor Medina, and that totally changed the tenure of this affair. And from that, Petaluma was in complete control. They finished the VVAL regular season undefeated, 6-0 with the victory tonight. And all they need to do is have a similar performance. It can even be a little bit worse at the VVAL Championships in American Canyon, and they will be crowned the first ever Vide Valley Athletic League champions. Benjamin. We are going to be grabbing some interviews with some very happy Trojans in just a couple minutes. So stick right here as Petaluma, regular season VVAL champions. Now can they hoist the pennant? That is the question. How will they do at NCS this weekend? Will be very interesting as well. The girls team also won tonight. There were a lot of forfeits just based on the weight classes. 2 varsity matches. They were split. But overall, with the forfeits, larger girls team, Petaluma girls team also finishes VVAL undefeated the regular season. They'll be going up against Vintage as their main competitor to see if they can win a league title also on January 9th. Can you turn it on? Again, NCS, February 15th and 16th. Boys will be at James Logan and the girls will be at Albany. There's no doubt. Oh, that one is dead. There is no doubt that, here you go, this should be good. There's no doubt Petaluma will compete both boys and the girls. Be interesting to see how Brooklyn, Shattuck, Logan, Pomey, and many of them do, and they could also be bound for a trip for state. And again, state championships are February 21st and February 23rd. We will be at the VVAL Championships in a couple weeks, so check that out on Trojan Live. We'll have that posted right on our YouTube channel. We're going to grab a couple quick interviews, so stick right here. And if you missed it, the girls soccer team has also defeated Casa Grande tonight. They are alone in first place in VVAL. All right, hopefully you should be able to hear me. They're able to hear me. Awesome. We are going to grab an interview, so we will be back in just a moment. Stay right here, an interview with one of the star Petaluma wrestlers tonight.
Testing. What up? Test, test. If anyone can hear this, this is a test. Oh, yeah. All right, rock and roll. Bit of a delay, bit of a delay.
That doesn't turn it up. You want to turn it up? That turns it up.
No, I don't.
All right, could you press record, Ben? Thank you so much. All right, are we? Yeah, I got. Okay. We are here with Dominic Butts after Petaluma defeats Casa Grande, and you had a crazy match back and forth. How were you able to pull it out?
I don't know. I just kept my head up. Like, I got put to my back early. I was a little bit worried, but I just like kept my head straight and just really focused on trying to finish out the match and just like. I don't know, you just have to stay focused, and like when you get in tough spots like that, you just have to like keep trying and never give up. Just keep going.
You guys had a slow start to this one, a couple early losses in varsity. It looked like Casa might have the momentum. Your match looked like it really turned things around. How do you feel like your match, which looked like early on you might fall, changed the momentum in this gym and for the whole match?
I think just close matches like that where everybody gets into it, and like once the crowd erupts, it just gets everybody like going, then gets all your teammates like going too, and just like it just changes the momentum just because like how close it could get, and like when everybody gets involved like that.
In the end, you guys doubled up Casa. They thought they could come in here and compete with you guys. How are you guys able to be so dominant over an equally experienced and talented team?
Practice every day. We're in the multi. It's hot as hell. We're just going like working hard, working our butts off every day, and it's like pushing each other all the time. And without that, without each other, without us pushing each other, like we don't win this dual meet without like practice and how hard we go in practice.
Thank you so much, Dom. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Dominic Butts. The match of the evening was Dominic Butts' victory. We're going to grab another interview, so stay right here. Here with Connor Pedersen after Petaluma defeats the Gauchos, regular season undefeated VVAL champions, beat Casa on your senior night. What does this mean?
I mean, all the hard work that we put in for the last 4 years has all come down to this. We've gotten to wrestle Casa a few times in some duels, scrimmages, but it's never been in a real like one that counted in the regular season, and it's always been super close. So we're really excited for it. We've been working since November, knowing that this would probably be what the outcome was going to be, as we were going to wrestle them for the league title probably. So it just feels really good knowing that all the hard work paid off.
You guys fell behind early, and it looked early on like Casa might have your guys' number. Then you guys, you were one of the victories that reeled off 7 straight. Such a big moment that you worked for. How did you deal with that pressure to totally turn around this match?
Well, I mean, I think we knew going into the dual meet that they had really strong heavyweights. They're up from 184 pounds up. They were really strong, but we knew that our strength was our lower and middle weights. So we still had confidence as we progressed through the dual meet. We knew we could still come out with a win.
You beat Casa. Now you're closing in on a VVAL title. What does this mean for the program overall, especially as you leave it as a senior?
Well, it just feels really good knowing that we're leaving a mark on wrestling, and hopefully this brings out the sport more, because as a team we've had a lot of kids who would have never come out for the sport come out knowing that we were such a dominant team. So knowing that leaving a legacy of such a dynasty will hopefully keep the sport going and have more kids come in. So
thank you so much, Connor. Congratulations. That was star wrestler Connor Pedersen. He could be looking for a state bid in the future. Yeah. We are going to talk with the head coach of the Trojans, Paul Schlosser, in just a moment, our final interview of the evening. So stay right here. We'll ask the head coach how Petaluma pulled off a huge victory over their crosstown rival. They win the regular season in VVAL 6-0 undefeated. Paul Schlosser is next. Stay right here. All right, Paul Schlosser is making his way over. Coach, you guys beat Casa, undefeated VVAL champions. Casa was talked about beginning of the year. This was their season. They'd worked so hard for this. Why were you guys the stronger team tonight?
I really have to put it to the seniors and the strong cast I have. You know, you'll see it at the beginning of the show with all the parents and the support. It's my seniors. They're leaders on and off the mat. They kept the composure in the stands, which was awesome. You know, I really have to put my heart out to all those seniors. Daxton Hoiga coming in, jumping in, and he did great. You know, I always say his name wrong. It's Hogia. You know, I always mess it up. Sorry, Dax. But, you know, I have the seniors. They had a great senior night out. I mean, Nathan Turner. These kids wanted it, and that's what happens. And I have to say, you know, it didn't, you know, we had it won at the end, but having Colton Prieto going out wrestling their stud, going up a weight class or two to wrestle him and beating him, that was huge. Tony Vitelli wrestling their good 60-pounder. Pedersen, he sealed the deal with his win. Those seniors, they're awesome. There's nothing more I could say. I don't know if I'll ever get a senior class as big and as productive as the one I have now. You're in class with them, right?
Yes, I am.
How are they doing with you? Are they good kids?
They're terrific. I love being around them.
Good. As long as they're behaving in class and they're doing what they need to do, that says a lot about these kids, and they have bright futures. A lot of them, they could go to college and wrestle. I know some of them, you know, we work hard here. I don't know if they want to keep working that hard in college with sports, but they could do it, and they're great kids. You know, I put it on the kids. Coaching staff, I don't know what we did except preparing them for this mentally, but when it comes to physical stuff, it's them.
And Coach, lastly, you guys last year won the SCL title, but postseason maybe wasn't everything you hoped it could be. This year, as you look towards the NCS duel tournament on Saturday, and then NCS, what do you think you guys need to do to leave a lasting mark and really announce, I think, to Sonoma County and the region how much of a powerhouse Petaluma is?
Well, for this year, our end look, and I told these freshmen, when these seniors were freshmen, I told them, what we're looking for is a state meet. We got to stop looking at NCS as being the pinnacle or the height of our wrestling. We're looking for state, and it's, you know, we have a middle school program. Those kids are hungry for state. Kenilworth over on the other side are hungry for state. Petaluma City is becoming a powerhouse for wrestling, period. And other cities are starting to take notice, and I think that's awesome. I have to give a shout out to Louis Chavez, coach over at Casa. He did fabulous tonight. He always does fabulous. They always look fabulous too, shirts and ties. I change up my attire. But I'm excited to move forward, and it's going to be a busy week trying to get us up to Eureka, which is a 5-hour ride away, and then come back and wrestle league championships and then go into NCS and state.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. Congratulations on the huge victory tonight, Coach. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
All right.
That was head coach Paul Schlosser, who is gleaming after a huge victory tonight for Petaluma. It went from close, it looked like it was going to be close down the wire, to domination. Petaluma won 7 straight matches in the middle. Elite wrestling. Some of these wrestlers definitely look like they have shots. Certainly VVAL individual titles, but maybe NCS titles, maybe state. As Coach Schlosser said, they have a chance to make a statement, and a lot of these wrestlers can go out their senior year strong. It was also senior night, 13 seniors honored, almost all of them won tonight. Remarkable success for them, and some huge victories tonight. Dominic Butts, again, the one we remember. Connor Pedersen sealed the deal with his victory, but Tony Vitale, Colton Prieto, Daxton Hogia, also seniors with victories. Liam O'Neill and Nick Trave as well. Final score here tonight, Petaluma 42, Casa Grande 40. Want to thank everyone that helped out tonight. Sarah Markovich, my co-anchor, had to tolerate me for 3.5 hours. Sarah, I really appreciate your hard work tonight. Your closing thoughts on tonight?
Of course, I think tonight was amazing. Both teams brought out exponential, battles between each other, and I know Petaluma came out with the victory, but overall I think they both deserved the victory. Petaluma definitely came out more aggressive, and I'm just glad this is the way it ended.
Our viewers really appreciate your expertise. It really enhanced the broadcast tonight, Sarah. So thank you so much.
Of course, thank you for letting me do it.
Of course. Well, for everyone here at Trojan Live, Christian Abramo, Benjamin Vandermeer on camera tonight, and everyone else, I want to thank you, the viewers, so much for tuning into our broadcast. We had terrific viewership, and again, I will be at the Vine Valley Athletic League Wrestling Championships, where Petaluma will look to clinch a league title in the league tournament. They're already undefeated regular season champions. The league title will be on the line in American Canyon. I'll be there, so check out our YouTube channel the day after that. That's going to do it here. One final time, the final score in Varsity Boys Wrestling, Petaluma 42, Casa 20. Trojans also won Varsity Girls and JV Boys as well. VVAL champions, Egg Bowl champions, Petaluma Wrestling. Good night, everyone, from the Petaluma High School Gym.